Shelby, and welcome back to Roll for Damage, where I take this wonderful group of nerds through my homebrew world of Rise of Tiamat adjacent adventure, where we are currently a little off the beaten track, because I have spiced things up a little bit, changed one of the more boring parts of the book out for something a bit more interesting, I hope. Horrifying, maybe? We'll see. Before we get into tonight's story, I want to thank a few people. Firstly, to our tech, Josh, who is the owner of Corsairs Cove, a newly started Twitch channel, which is all about D&D. Go check that out. Secondly, to Brief, the amazing art you can see on screen. I don't know what Arron's doing. He's crazy. And lastly, to well, not actually lastly, there's one of the after this, but next to Hero Forge, sponsors for the season. They do amazing online miniature customization. I'm getting tongue-tied. Great. They have a great online customization tool for miniatures. They have it so that you can change up everything about the characters. You have different body shapes, sizes, races, arms, legs, mounts, weapons, spell effects, familiars, everything you need. We have, of course, not here. We have one for every character from the previous party. I'm getting two made currently for Ignis and Seren, which should hopefully be here fairly soon. But yeah, their stuff's really cool. Go check it out at heroforge.com. Particularly to look out for is the printed plastic in color. Very good. Allows you to sort of get a good idea of what you want your character to look like before you get it, and then it comes and it's all pretty and colorful. I feel like Agent did these much better than me.
Just carrying full used car salesman on you. Like he just yeah, listen, it's 9 o'clock at night. Don't do this.
Hero Forge. Make your customized miniature with all the different things like colors, body types, tattoos, different kinds of weapons. There's some sci-fi stuff too now. It's pretty awesome.
The other thing which they've just brought out is wounds and tattoos. So if you want to have sort of like scars and stuff on your characters, they've got blood splatter and other things as well. It's really cool. Go check it out. And as you can see, Sean is showing a few things off. Now the last person to thank is Siren Escape. Thank you very much for allowing us to use your great sounds on stream. They have a very small subscription-based... they have a very small costed subscription, which gives you a very large library of music and sounds. It's really awesome. Both myself and Sean use it. The Humblewood crew on the channel uses it. It's very, very good. So yeah, go check them out. Okay, well, I butchered our intro, so now I'll pass this up to someone else to do the recap so I can hang my head in shame. I think we'll go with Shooby-Doo. Go for it.
How dare you say that name on live
What the fuck is a Shooby-Doo?
She knows who it is.
I'll explain to you after the session, Arron, after I kill Kyle. Okay, so I believe our last session picked up during the dinner, where we had a very volatile reunion between Auric, Nia, and Sloan. Volatile mostly on Nia's side, mind you. Auric was just being like, actually, that's not what happened. And Sloan was hanging her head in shame because she was dealing with some shit. Like, just Sloan is not okay TM right now. And so we had our little character argument over Nia being like, no, you left me, and we're like, no, we were taken, what the fuck, and you're with the 5 now, what the hell, Nia? And this went back and forth. Our host, what was his name? Sigmund. He went off to go check on our dinner. never came back. And then a weird little girl came in, kissed Nia on the cheek, said, "See you soon, sister," or "soon, sister," and then handed Saren a letter and left. We don't know what was in that letter. I don't think Saren ever told us. Saren just stood up and was like, "Oh shit, things are happening." We went outside to follow the little girl who we found out was Flesh, one of the Bastard Five, and saw a fucked up scene of guards being puppeted by robotics, and a man turned into a living room with his nerves like stretched across the room. And then just a pile of zombies all just being like merged together in this one zombie lump. So our option now is to fight this thing, which is a horrible idea, or we run for our fucking lives. I believe Saren is currently outside seeing the massive 1,000-bodied amalgamation of zombie. Is Auric outside too? I thought it was only Saren.
No. Sloan is also outside.
Sloan.
And don't forget, Ignis hit a kid with the staff. He hit Flesh.
Ignis does a lot of stupid shit.
Ignis does do a lot of stupid shit, but
Ignis is the Ash Man who murders children's parents. All right, we don't.
It wasn't my
This is
fault.
on brand. This is on brand for Ignis. This absolutely works for Ignis. So yeah, that's where we picked off, I believe, where we are all like, "Holy shit, that's a big flesh zombie." I don't know if we want to deal with that.
Auric also got a new hand made out of spidey webs.
That did have this. I don't know if the hand is functional. Oh wait, no, Flesh made it functional, didn't she? She like touched it and it like
She did.
you can use it now. Yeah, Flesh does weird shit. You shouldn't take her gifts. That is everything. I am relatively sure.
I do believe that was everything. Unless anyone has something they want to throw out there to. No, everyone good?
Only other thing is that we kind of settled the plan with everyone about going to Yakelheim with this group.
Mhm.
Okay.
I believe our
And then
current
Sigmund died.
objective is. I believe our current objective is to get out of here, get to the Umberheart house, and go from there.
Correct, because there's a special secret weapon in the basement of the Umberheart house that we need to get
Yes.
to.
And I would very much like my equipment, guys, because it's locked in the Umberheart house.
Oh, yeah, I blew up Flesh. That's what I did at the end.
Yeah,
I
and
blew up
as the fire settled, she just turned around and looked up at you, and everyone was like, "Oh no, that's not good." And then she raised her hand up and swung it around for a second, and this big zombie thing formed, as you mentioned. Now,
He's leaning out the window. Oh!
yeah. So, the creature is this massive form. It's like basically humanoid shape, but it is made of just zombies fused together. It
Also,
has
we completely like skipped over our intros.
I know.
Okay.
I'll let you do it in a minute. Or later, we'll see. So the big creature has formed together. It is hundreds of feet high. As it steps, like parts of it fall off and clatter to the ground. Like it's too big to feasibly stay together for long. But it's kicked a hole in the walls of the college. And it is currently advancing on the keep in the center. From the keep, you see the last remnants, the last defenders throwing fireballs out of bedroom windows, trying to stop this thing from reaching them. Its body it stays intact, it stays upright, but you do see large chunks of the flesh just melting off. That was attacked. And fall to the ground. Everyone's like, he's away. And fall to the ground.
Tuck them better.
No.
It's not symmetrical. It's my OCD.
Are you happy now?
Yes.
Okay. Can I continue, please?
Yes.
Okay. So.
It's gonna come back on me so hard.
Yeah.
Always does.
Ignis is dead. He just doesn't know it yet. So, large chunks of flesh just start falling off. You can see the bodies tumble out of it as it raises one giant fist above the college, and it just sort of like seems to slowly descend. Like what happens when something so big is moving, and everything seems to be almost in slow motion, and it just crushes a giant chunk of the right wing of the college. Thankfully, not the one you're all standing in. So, Saren, outside,
Yeah.
you stand, who've just watched this. You know that, all your friends aren't dead, but this gargantuan fusion of hundreds, potentially thousands of zombies has kicked its way in. Its massive foot slams down 10 feet from where you're standing, kicking up so much dust you can't see for more than 5 feet around you. But all of a sudden, you can feel heat as the people defending the college are casting spells, and these like pyroclastic clouds are just sweeping out into the courtyard. They can't see you, can't see them. There's the snarling and thrashing of zombies as the small ones, the regular ones, start coming in through the breaches, and also the chunks falling off this big thing start to split apart and stand up and writhe and walk. From somewhere in the distance, you hear the mad giggling of flesh. What would you like to do?
I never liked playing dolls. Alright. I did look up like towards the window that like I know at least Auric is over there. It's like, so we got to get the fuck out of here now.
Can I get everyone in the college to make a little perception check to see if they can hear her yelling over all of this?
Nope.
Actually, make Sarah, make a performance check to sort of like yell as loud as you can to like get your voice heard.
Okie dokie.
Oh no, that's not good. All right, so what do we got here? We've got
Natural one.
you guys, you're not doing particularly well right now. All right. So,
Hey, a 15 is okay.
I blame the burning city.
I
Or
mean,
not
if there's
burning,
anything
but
to
crushed
blame.
city.
Okay. So, can I get you all to read out your rolls once again for me?
Natural one.
1,
15.
15, and
7.
Ignis, what did you get?
Arron?
I'm rolling perception. 15.
15. Okay. I'll say that 15 and higher, you just hear her yelling something from down in the courtyard as you sort of just watch this big creature sort of move past the window and attack the far side of the building. But you can hear this, like, the sound of collapse coming towards you.
Can I throw open a window real quick to see if I can hear Saren? See where she is?
I mean, were you at the window with
I
Ignis?
don't think I was. I think I was closer to
I think you were
the room.
Auric, yeah.
Yeah, you with Auric.
Yeah, I was
Auric
with
killed the
Auric.
man.
me.
Okay.
Well, because I was going to kill
Sloan
him,
had
and
jumped
then
out the window.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can run that way. Like you'd notice Ignis sort of like tilt his head and like look around to see where
Well, and
Saren's
I
gone.
also
Yeah.
rolled the 15, so
I know.
I'm assuming I also can vaguely hear Saren's
You're a bit
voice.
further in, so you'll hear it, but you wouldn't get any sort of clarity on the words.
Yeah, I just know I hear her. So
Yeah.
I want to throw a window open to see if I can see where she is and what she's doing.
You would have to go down the hallway towards Ignis. The current room you're in, if you're in the room that was a man, has no windows.
Yeah, I'll run down the hall then.
Okay. As you
Probably tell Orc to come with me if that's okay.
It's not okay. Auric is just because I mean there was some kind of I could have swore there were windows in the room with the flesh because I thought that's where flesh jumped out of.
Nah, there's a curtain at the end, if you remember, a like
Flesh
curtain. Yep. Through that there was a small corridor to another room which had a window.
Ah, I misunderstood everything. Okay. Oh, then yeah, then we definitely wouldn't hear her in that space. Wait, so what? Sorry, Nia, where are you running to?
I'm going to Ignis, which I'm assuming is also in the direction Sloane ran because Sloane and Sarah are both in the courtyard. So I'm telling you, like, come on, we have to go because I could just barely hear Saren's voice. So.
Okay. Auric would just nod to you, and then he would disappear. I'm gonna cast Dimension Door, and I want to go not outside, but I want to go to Sigmund's office that I was in earlier with him.
Okay.
'Cause
Make
I'm looking to
a-
steal.
I'd like to do some minor crime.
I'd like to do crime.
It's not a crime right now. I did not think.
No, it is. It's just it's not so much stealing. It's not as looting. Like it's a vague, it's tiny difference, but it's there.
It's a crime, but I just want to put it to good use.
I think there's bigger things going on. Go loot the office. Have fun. Nia
okay.
is gonna scream. What the fuck are you doing now?
Intelligence check. You can add your proficiency because you're a
Okay.
smart boy.
Cool.
I want to see if you remember things.
Just to remind you, this is my this is my fourth time casting Dimension Door. It is an out of
Make
school.
an Arcana check
Yeah, I was
first, please.
Teacher, I had
How close
homework.
am I to- how
That's a
close am I
30.
to work?
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
There's okay. You open the door and there's this faint like pulling sensation as you step through it. The curtains behind you flap wildly. And Nia, as you're running, you feel this like tug on your back as like you're running against resistance. A lot of you hear this like sort of like the sound of like wet tearing paper as you step through, and as you exit into Sigmund's office, there's pieces of Sigmund on the floor around you as you created almost like a miniature black hole as you like sort of step from one place to another.
Just
Alright,
imagine
I'm
Nia
gonna-
stops and looks back. She's like, fucking Auric! And just runs.
For the intelligence check, I got a 14.
14. Okay. All right. So you will remember that in one of the nooks, like because you've sort of gone in and you sort of see all the bookshelves. You're not in the little like sitting area he had just in his main office. But you remember in the sitting area there was a glass case with a scroll in it. But in here as well, you do have a bunch of books and things on the walls in bookshelves, so you can sort of have a quick look around if you wish. Let me open.
Yeah, I
my
think I'd
inventory.
I'd go after that scroll because I like seeing a scroll that's put in a position of honor. I like seeing that. I'll grab that scroll. That'll be my priority. But if I
tantalizing.
do notice any texts on magic or Bahamut, I will grab for them.
So looking for text on religion.
Yeah, particularly.
I'm going to make a roll. I will use.
But I also want that scroll.
Okay, so you're moving through things, and you've kind of got beginner's guide to ferromancy, beginner's guide to pyromancy, beginner's guide to the arcane and the divine, like all these different things. And it's mostly do like basic magical theory, and as it goes and gets more advanced, as if you like got a whole syllabus worth of textbooks in front of you. But then you've got some of his older books where these things would have originally been learned. And the one seems to be very old, and it's in a language you can't read on the side. but if you open the book, it's a catalog of magical items that are kept around the whole of the college.
I would like
There's
that.
also his personal musings on ferromancy and how it ties to nature magic.
I will take all of this.
Okay. These books are very large, very heavy, like sort of like leather bound. They've got a lock and clasp to the front of them, so you won't be able to like get through the entire inner bits. Like they've got sort of a double layer of what the hell? Go gadget brain. The outside of a cover. They've got two covers almost, like inside and outside. So like the inner bit is locked and the outer bit is for free reading as needed. So he can show people what he needs to show them, but also his special stuff is kept inside. So they probably weigh a good, I don't know, 5 to 10 kilos each. So you're looking at pounds. Silly.
Don't worry about it. I'll look it up.
About it's like 2.5 pounds to kilo. It's about 25 pounds.
Okay. I will grab one of them with a mage hand, which can hold up to 30 pounds, and then I'll put as much as I can on the mage hand, which can hold 30 pounds, and then grab whatever I can myself.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. Mage hand, I can only take one book in that because the mage hand is 10 pounds.
Okay. Are you going to look through the catalog of magical items to try to see where things might be? Okay.
Yeah, Auric is immediately forgotten that there's danger outside.
Okay. So, firstly, just make a little strength check to break the glass because you are weenie Auric. Unless you're going to use magic just to like shatter it.
I'll use magic. I'll fire a firebolt at it.
You're going to fire a firebolt through.
Nope.
glass
I heard it after.
I heard it as I said it.
No, if anything, I would use a ray of frost if I needed to use magic.
Okay. That's also a cantrip, right? So you just like cool the glass and it just shatters.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a slightly damp scroll there. In very flowing script at the top, it says singularity, and there's a bunch of mathematical formula, shows you hand gestures. And this is a spell which you've never seen before, and is, as you read it, like, oh, this is obscenely powerful. It's a level 9 spell.
I shall take.
Okay. You know what we're gonna do? Because I do have some written down, but this will be more fun. Okay. I'll grab my big bag of D&D books and bring them over here.
A big bag of D&D books.
While I imagine while this is happening outside Saren, I imagine Sloane would be looking to you as you're looking to run, and given what I know of Sloane, she probably would say something like, "We have to go get them inside. We can't leave them behind."
Oh, good God.
That's why I told them to go. That's why I'm like yelling for them.
Okay, so I mean, if I'm looking out the window at this giant flesh monster that I caused,
I may have also caused it when I sent her to the far realm in the void.
I need you to
Sure,
roll me.
we all
collectively
caused
pissed
it.
her off. Yeah.
Can I get you to roll me a D10
Ooh.
as you just sort of like go through, like just the first thing that catches your eye?
5.
Okay, so by the way, I'm using the DM's guide random magic items, so that's table 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now roll me a D100.
Hell yeah.
Oh, good God.
That is a 84.
Of course it is. On the magic item table E, a 71 to 85 is another spell scroll of 9th level. So, you sit there and you're going through, and it's sort of got this quick description of it's got like a numeral next to it, and then scroll of power. And as you sort of like try to flick through the page, you can't quite get to the lock section, but it has it's like a the Dewey Decimal System of magic items.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is, and as you look through, you notice that the scroll of singularity is also in the same area, which means it's in his office.
Oh, convenient.
So make an investigation check.
23.
20. Jesus. Okay.
I'm a smart boy.
You are a smart boy. So you're moving around, you're trying to like find it, and you're like, okay, if this was here and protected like this, it's obviously going to be protected. It's another high power thing. And as you're going through, you move some books aside, and there's a small iron chest with the same symbol that was next to the list on the front of it. You open it up, and wrapped in chains is a scroll case.
Okay.
Oh, good God. I have to get a random 9th level spell for you right now. Tell you what, roll me another D100. D100. Made
86.
as a DM.
Not a lot of level 9 spells out there in the world.
I know, and I'm just going to quickly check a table of 9th level spells separated into, D100 and be like, okay, what do you get? And I'm very worried.
That's okay, I can't cast him yet.
It's alright, Sean just gets a wish straight away.
Yet.
Could you imagine
Yet
that?
is the
You're not
key
that
word.
You're not
We're
that
2
far.
levels away.
You know.
Okay, so we are going for 9th level spells. Let's have a look. 86, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Enjoy your time stop scroll.
Oh, thematic.
Shit.
Again.
He got a time stop spell.
You start feeling the heat from this area building up as someone's obviously cast a spell and it's gone a bit wrong inside the building. You hear this dull like as a like fireball or something has gone off within the walls. You reckon there's probably another minute before this whole place starts crumbling around you. Unfortunately, someone gave you a time stop scroll, but
I know I am this close to using it because just to see what else.
So, would you like to keep looking for magic items, or would you like to get out while you know it's safe?
Don't risk it. It's chaotic stupid,
Hold
and then
up.
there's
What would
chaotic
Agent
evil.
do?
Don't you
No,
fucking
don't,
dare!
you do not bring Karen into this because you know he's just gonna say go for it, and then you're gonna lose your other hand. You just got your hand back.
it?
Come on.
Granted, I'm not going to
Being
use the time
chaotic
stop scroll
lawful
because
and chaotic
at most that'll buy me 30 seconds. With the way the spell works. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna keep looking.
There's no harm in
for one more
My
thing. Yeah.
God.
Okay.
Okay.
I have 2 more dimension doors left. I can get the fuck out of here whenever I want.
I need a.
Yeah, you had a dimension door and then you died to madness. Remember that?
Yeah.
Can I
Remember
get,
that?
Remember that when I sacrificed myself for the
Can I
good
get
of
you
the
to
group?
make a D10 roll, please, to see what table is? And this time it's not going to be the same order.
2.
By the way, I do have something that I want to do really quick before everything just like collapses
Yeah.
and we're out of here.
That's
So
kind of me too.
Currently, Auric is on like a slightly different timeline to you guys. We'll
Yeah,
go
this-
back
yeah, I'm just
into
letting you
the
know.
action.
I'm just letting you know.
I'm definitely past, like, I imagine this is happening concurrently with whatever you all are doing.
Is screaming because she
Make
fucking dimension
a-
doors somewhere she doesn't know.
D100 roll.
Maybe I should have brought you with me. I mean, you could have come with.
Yeah, at least you'd have somebody that could protect
22.
you, Mr. Squishy.
22. Apparently, there's a note to another book in there. There's a little, like, fairly fresh handwriting saying reference keeper's journal.
Okay.
In your looking about, when you like looked across his desk and that sort of thing, you would have noticed that there's a journal in Sigmund's top drawer of who has any magic item at any one time. So this item currently that you've looked up is the Ring of Telekinesis. You've kind of just been like, flick, 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 flick. This one, what does this do? Where is it? And is somewhere in the building on someone, alive or dead, we're not sure yet.
Oh, someone has it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can either go try to track it down or look for another one. 'Cause, like, reading the book will take you, like, an action. That one.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
So you're not losing much time.
I think I would read. I would keep reading the book.
All right, I'll let you do this once or twice more,
I'll-
and I'm going to be moving on.
Yeah, I'm only gonna do one more time. I'm not gonna do
Okay.
it more, even if I had a chance. So because I'd stay here all night.
Of course you would.
That's a 4. That's a 4 on the D10.
Okay, one last D100 for me.
And then Time Wizard has free reign over looking through a magic college. 50. Well, not free
50.
range.
Said 50?
Yep.
Flat 50. There's something called the Staff of the Adder in the Armory.
Okay.
So if you can track down the Armory before you leave here, you'll be able to find the Staff of the Adder. I had my fingers crossed you'd roll like a deck of many things or something.
I know, right?
No.
Oh,
I know,
fuck
right?
Absolutely
you.
not. No. You have enough things to torment us with, Nova. You have enough.
Oh, you mean not giving the unstable Time Wizard the deck of many things?
Absolutely
Here,
not.
take a card, Ignis.
Okay,
Just
I will
draw
let-
its card.
I will let you decide what you're doing with that as we shift
Yeah,
to the
yeah. Let me-
outside, as Sarah and you are yelling up at your friends and Sloane has approached you on the floor.
Yeah, and she said that, and then I had a reply, but then like something like kind of connects back in her head, and she's like, "Oh fuck!" Looks at Sloane. I need you to throw me back up to that window right there. There are children in there. I need to get them out.
And she doesn't even respond. She just grabs you by the scruff of your back and yeets you up there.
Meatus and Cletus, this girl just got yeeted.
All right, can I get you to roll a? I'd say Sloane was raging. I say she still is. She would have been murdering zombies on the floor. I don't know if
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
roll
yeah,
for
yeah.
1 hit point zombies. So make.
Oh, she gets advantage at this then
strength
because
check
they're
at
barbarian.
advantage.
She already has it, I think. A strength check?
Mhm.
Or athletics? Okay.
Yeah, straight strength.
Straight strength. Cool. All right, I'm gonna advantage. You said.
Yeah, and Saren's a fairly dainty little thing.
All right. So.
And-
Crazy.
Like-
I actually just realized I can't roll on Sloane's because I'm not the DM. So I'll just roll on mine and add her modifier. So with
Definitely.
advantage, that is a 19.
Jeez. Okay. As you're looking out into this like cloud of dust and debris down the bottom, Ignis and Nia.
Oh, I
Saren
made it
just-
there?
Yeah, you would have made it there and looked down, and as that happens, you just see Saren, leave the cloud, coming straight back towards the window.
In the meantime, as we're both looking out this window, it's like, no posso creer siguiendo caso, son santo merda, si caso, hite! And I'm gonna grab Nia, and I say, do you trust me?
Get off me!
It's just like, well, too bad, and I kick us over the window, otherworldly wings out.
I'd like to fight this because I don't want to leave yet.
Okay.
Nia, I'm trying not to leave yet. Auric is still in here. I don't fucking know you.
He'll be fine.
All right.
I think I just got my favorite part of the session is Nia going, I don't fucking know you.
I want you to make opposed. Well,
Don't say
I guess it's a grapple check, right? So let's do it.
That's Aaron's athletics versus my athletics or acrobatics, right?
That is
'Cause
correct.
He's physically trying to grab me.
I'm cool. This is not gonna go well.
Nope.
Listen. Oh no. No. I still
Let me double check this.
I rolled a 5. He rolled a 4.
Lovely.
Is this just the battle of the incompetent? That's what it seems like.
Nia is slightly more competent.
Okay, so Saren, as you leave the cloud, you just see this like slap fight, and as Ignis
Not
falls
slap
out-
fight. I'm ducking under his arms.
I don't know. You rolled a 5 and he rolled a 4. It's a slap fight. And you kind of
I'm not leaving without you. We gotta go.
You've grabbed and start leaning back, and then you start slapping at each other as you're trying to both grab on, and then you're falling with your wings out as she's falling back into the room.
I'm not falling out the window until she comes with me.
Well, you're flying now, right? That's what otherworldly wings
Yeah,
do.
and you just lost the check. I'm pretty sure you're out that window.
So you're out the window, but you don't have to leave. You can just like sort of like fold your wings back and step inside, kind of. But you might want to dodge.
I'm just gonna stay outside the window, and I'm just gonna be like, we have to go, like now.
Auric is what part of the
He'll
Auric
be
is still
fine.
back there? No, he won't.
He's a magic man.
Make an acrobatics check.
Yeah, I could do that. No problem.
And I wanted to
She
help
ran
with this,
straight
but then
into me.
Aaron grabbed me. Oh, you're fine. Never
At
mind.
20.
That's a natural 20.
Okay.
Holy shit.
So, they're too busy fighting to notice you. As they've tried to leave, and he's turned around. You more or less come flying in, hit Ignis in the back, and just surf him back into the room. And Nia's just how are you
for a
reacting?
clown,
to
you
this?
get the whole circus,
Nia's
buddy.
already running away back to the room where Auric just fucking dimension doored.
Okay, so
Just face
Is
down on the
nobody
ground.
concerned about Magic Man?
apparently not. So Ignis, you're flying, so you don't have to actually slide on the floor. She can just like
No.
you can be
Yeah,
the Silver
she-
Surfer's board in this scenario if you wish, and just
Yeah,
fly through the corridor.
as she's, first hit the ground face first, and then come back up about 5 feet. It's all like, well, isn't this just lovely? But look at the lawn.
Well, I'm not used to riding a man like this. Anyways, no,
Never
this is
mind, I
actually-
just got my new favorite moment.
It's just like perfectly lateral, like holding up the legs to the best of his ability. Just so like, oh, so I get it. All right,
Yeah.
all right.
And-
But no, but this is actually perfect. There are children in this room that I know. You need to help me.
Ah, fuck. Well, fuck.
I
mean,
as you
fuck.
guys are having this
All right.
and you're sort of flying down, Saren, you hear a noise from behind you, and as you look over your shoulder in the gap, the big, I'm going to call it a zombie giant, it's easy at this point, although it's not, sort of just like comes down and looks where its head would be. It's just like writhing limbs, looks into the hole of the window, and you see zombies just start crawling out of the mass
Flaming spear.
and in. Well, you're flying and she's on your back. If you're gonna turn around, she's gonna get smashed against
No.
some walls here.
Staff of the Ash Lord. I point it behind me. Flaming spear.
Make a perception check so you can get this sort of at least kind of on point.
Is my passive of 13 good enough?
Not to accurately blind fire down a corridor.
Okay. Yep. No, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Ignis is
Okay,
good, but he's not like
uh,
Navy SEALs good.
God, I wish I was a Navy SEAL. 13 or 16.
You know what? Do you want to help him with this? Like, you can like grab the staff and make sure it's like aiming the right way. There, Sarah.
Help action.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll do that.
Okay, you can have advantage on this if you wish.
Okay. Nope, that's gonna be a 16.
Cool. So I was just like shocked. All right, so you push the staff behind you. She sort of like grabs it to make sure you're not going to clang it off a wall or anything. You fire a flaming sphere back, and you just watch Sarah and these zombies are incinerated. But there's just always more. There's a big hole where the head, like in the middle of the head, and it just sort of slowly starts filling up as other zombies pull their way into that area. But you have
the flaming
some time.
spear stays there.
Yeah.
It stays there for as long as I maintain concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're gonna have a tough time.
I kind of imagined it leaving the spear or the staff, as opposed to just appearing in an area, just like traveling down the corridor and then like staying swirling roughly where the head is.
Oh, so like Dracula.
Sure.
Castlevania. All right.
It's been a while. It's been a while. But yeah.
Would it be an intelligence check for me to be able to try and guess where Auric is? I feel like Nia spent enough time with Auric to know he's spacey, and we are in a magic school. So I feel like the guessing that he'd be in some sort of office or library is not a huge jump, but I want to, if I need to make an intelligence check for that, that's absolutely fine.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Had to play through a couple scenarios in my head. Just
It's totally fine. Wow, that's a 5. Nope, Nia has no idea where Auric is.
okay. So mostly, you're not sure if he's here or if he dimension doored out and just didn't take you with him. So you're kind of like, is he here or am I really angry with him? You're sort of flitting between these two.
Yeah, well, and like
emotions
I'm
right now.
trying, and I'm struggling to figure out which one Nia will lean towards because, yeah, I think Nia's just gonna try and head back towards the room, or she knows Auric last was. I think that's just her.
Yeah, well, I mean that's not very far. You would have made that already. But
Yeah.
in the meantime, and I'll get back to you in just a second. Sloane's outside by herself, and she hears this whooshing noise from above her. Make an acrobatics check to dodge aside from the. Actually, just make a dexterity saving throw to dodge aside from the absolutely gargantuan zombie fist coming down at you.
Dex save, you said?
Yeah,
Okay, that is an 8.
an 8. Oh,
8.
Wait, did you roll it at
actually, no.
advantage?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just realized. I remember.
That
she
says
has
she's
advantage.
raging, right? Please tell me she's raging.
But she has it anyway because of danger sense.
dex saves,
That's
right?
true.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure you
dex
don't get
saves, she has
advantage on
danger
dex
sense.
saves.
Yeah, so
when
that's a
you're raging?
16 instead.
Okay, let's see if that's enough. No. So, you're going to take some damage. Let me see if I can roll this for you.
16 isn't enough.
Why would it be?
Is this your first time?
It's been a few weeks. Listen, Necrohunt has spoiled me. Joe is a much less punishing DM.
Oh, I get that feeling.
38
Slice.
points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, she is
and
raging.
You are restrained. You're completely entombed in the flesh. As its hand has come down and hit you, and the zombies sort of like grab on, wrap around, and start also digging into the dirt around to completely encase her in maybe 20 or 30 bodies at this point.
Hell yeah.
It's
Earlier
gonna
tonight,
take-
she was cutting through 20 or 30 bodies, so.
Yes, but this is a little different. These are not
Yeah, I
like, one at a time bad guys. These
I
are
know.
all dogpile.
I know.
So, as an action on your turn, you can attempt to break free. Okay. Back inside. We've got Nia has entered the room. He's not there. You're going to keep running out back towards the dining hall?
Yeah, because she doesn't know where he'd go, but she's like, I'm not leaving this fucking building without Auric. That's not happening.
Okay. You run back, you see the dead bodies with the spider bot things on their back, just sort of like sitting on the floor. You move straight past them into the dining hall. There's a couple servants just like trying to steal all the spoons. And they're about to try to make their way out of here.
Can I stop them and say, is there a place here that has a lot of books? I know it's a weird question, just answer, please. Is there a place here that has a lot of books or information on magic specifically? One of my friends has gone missing and he's probably there.
Oh, the library.
Madame, we are in a...
I don't care. Just tell me, please.
Wait, in the college, there's many books everywhere. What do you want from me?
Where would be the most magical books stored?
I'm not a student, but maybe the library is a place you could look.
What floor?
It
Which
is
direction?
On the second floor on the right wing.
Thank you. And I guess I'm running to find stairs.
Okay. Yep, so off you go. And as you sort of run back out, you see Saren riding Ignis down the corridor.
Sarah, what?
Going to get children
It's not her
out
fault, I swear.
safely.
It's not
I'm
what it
going
looks
to
like, I swear.
I'm going to find Auric. I don't care what you're doing. Just get out alive.
She's riding me.
Okay. So, you go back into the building, down a set of stairs. You see a sign that is labeled library. As you're running towards that, the entire corridor is collapsed. And the heat coming from the floor above you is starting to melt the stone. And you can just hear someone, you can't hear the words, but you know when you can like hear someone talking through all that like dull vibration of their voice, you can feel and hear that from above you as someone is just screaming spells out a window or something. And it's just melting the floor. Or the roof, actually, I guess.
Cool. Well, fuck. I don't
Yep.
know where she's going to go. I think at that point, Nia might just be like, Auric, you idiot, I really hope you had a way out. And I guess I'd start heading for an exit to the courtyard.
Okay. I'm going to get you to make an intelligence check to see if you get lost in the place so you haven't spent that much time exploring all this sort of area.
Don't do this to me. Oh,
have
natural
been-
20. Natural 20.
Okay. I was going to say, you have been to the library before, but from the other side, you're from the other wing. But you're kind of like, okay, I've been in a few of these buildings. If they're usually shaped like, and you manage to make it out to the courtyard after about another 45 seconds. And you can see that this side of the building, because you're on the other side of it, a lot less dust. From your side, you can just see like the top of this creature. It seems to be bent over, pressed up against the building on one side. One of its arms is just slamming into the ground on the other, and its other arms like encircling the building, just crushing it slowly. It will topple very shortly.
What I want to do then is, this is my very last spell slot I have ever. I want to cast Armor of Agathis on myself as I lose the last of my magic. Hold on. What is the temp HP for it? 5 temporary. Yeah. So I have 5 temp HP, and I have like some extra. No, it's 10. It's 10. Sorry, I can count. So I have 10 temporary hit points, and I have 10 cold damage I can divvy out. And really, what I want to do is just try and hunker down and wait for Saren and Ignis, because that's all I can do. I can't go without them.
Alone when
Do
no one
I?
can see it, you cast this spell. and you hear this sort of like sighing, moaning noise as the bodies that have fallen in the area. You see this wisp rise up from it, and it flies towards you. And instead of it being sort of icy, it's this just raw sort of soul energy as you've just tapped into their bodies and taken the last remnants of them to armor
Oh.
you.
Oh, oops. I didn't mean to do that.
You've forgotten who you are.
I
but
thought I
yes,
couldn't do that without the soul lantern. So, oops.
For your last act with magic, you have taken people's chance at afterlife to guard your physical form here.
Yeah, I'm going to hell. It's fine.
I'll
There's
see
a
you there.
special place for no, and there's a special place for both of us, probably deep into Spader's realm.
All right. As you're standing there and you finish this up, and you sort of like feel it settle on you, and you actually kind of feel more like yourself again, like you're a bit more comfortable in your skin because you've got some magic flowing around you. You feel a small hand intertwine with yours.
I pull my hand away and turn around, and I'm ready to slash something.
So as you pull your hand away, she holds it tight.
Sissy, I think it's time. We should have a tea party. I'll bring some friends and we can talk. Would you like that?
Seeing that it's flesh, she kind of calms down a little bit. I can't talk long. I have to go with them. You know that.
No, but I'm bored. I want to play and I want friends. And these ones are boring. Oh, you know what? No, it's not boring. You should see your brother now. He's magnificent. He's earning
What?
a name for himself. He's
What?
Hexen the Mad Weaver.
Oh god, Nia just has this look of fucking rage on her face. Where is he? Do you know where he is?
Last I saw it, he was climbing over the mountains.
To Yokohama?
Yeah.
Good, I'll kill him there.
I don't like him very much, but he's interesting.
He's a terrible person. He throws away family and you shouldn't trust him.
It'd be a shame if he got adopted instead of you, so I think we should find a way to stop that.
What do you want to do?
Well, I can't change the trial. You have to continue as you are. You know that. But maybe I could give you a little hint as to what he's becoming. Maybe you could look into how to beat it.
Is he not the dragon?
He got given some a jar of goo.
Oh, right.
Anything he eats now, he takes it in and becomes a part of him, and he's getting really big.
Anything?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't tell you this. He's
And she sort of like looks away like shyly, and then she looks back. She's got this like really like disgusting like evil grin on her.
anything you do to him, you can't hurt him the same way twice.
But if he ate something, if he took something in that would harm him.
Well, maybe, but he went through a town to the north. The guards tried to stab him, and he grew really hard scales, and now stabbing don't work.
Just look at my rapier. Fuck.
Oh yeah. You know, if you don't get adopted by us, you won't be able to see the big man again. So, it's half done, you know. Sam found a way. I was the one that stitched him up.
What?
Yeah.
You found his body?
Nope.
And how did you stitch him up?
Well, we didn't find his first body. You got a friend who can mess with time, and that was fun. I should be going though.
No.
Good luck.
Please.
And
Please,
she
wait.
sort of lets go of your hand and starts just skipping away. You can try chase, you can stay there, you can do whatever you want.
I tried to chase. Fuck! Absolutely tried to chase.
Okay.
Excuse me?
We'll come back to you in a moment.
Dangle a carrot in front of the horse. What do you expect him to do?
So, Saren, Ignis, what's she doing?
And to find those kids that I heard crying before.
Okay, so
I've never been ridden by a woman like this before.
good God. So you get down to the ground floor where you know that they are being kept, and you can hear crying and screaming. You don't have to roll anything for this. There's a lot of screaming going on, but from how close it is, it seems like there's a kitchen or something nearby because it's kind of echoey. And they are somewhere near there. You
Yep.
make a
You were
perception
telling me
check
where to go.
and-
I'm not going to be able to find them. Not exactly well known
I-
with children right about now.
Hmm. The thing is that I remember running through a specific room and hearing like the crying in there. So, like basically, she would just go to that last room that she remembers.
Okay.
All right.
Make a perception check as you're going to that room.
Okay.
Kind of have this image of you just like tugging on Ignis's ears to make him turn.
that way.
I got long hair. She could just
Ah,
drag
that's so
me by the
close to a 19.
ponytail.
So sadly, not good.
Sadly, not good.
Sadly, not good. 2.
Oh, okay. So,
Should I help? Should I try?
I mean, you could be listening out as well. You just make a perception check.
Okay, here we go. Perception plus 3, so it's gonna be a 11 comparative to my 13.
Okay, you can hear an echoing come from a hallway down to your left, but that is definitely not the way that the kids' dorms were at before.
Well, ain't this some fuck, right?
Well, we'll just go to the first room and check. That's all that we can do. We can't stay too long and just wonder about it. So we just have to go and move. So
All right.
we'll
But I have
go
a
with
quick
the one.
question. Can you move your left foot closer to the center of my back?
Oh yeah, sure thing.
Okay, so you go towards the dorms and you check the first room.
All right.
Okay, you fly in there, Saren. You jump off his back, open the door, empty.
All right. As he becomes upright, you can hear the cracking of his back.
I'm just gonna run off to try to check the next room, like
Empty.
what I can hear. Okay. Next room until I find something.
Okay.
I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna give up on the kids.
5 rooms later, you hear the sound of collapsing above you. One story fall, hits the next, and you know you don't have long before the roof caves in on you. Are you staying for the kids, or are you getting out before it all collapses in your head?
If you need a
Saren
bit of
is the dumbass, and she cares about the kids very much, and basically, like, yeah, she's going to just keep running.
Okay.
Where is Oric at this time?
I'll get back to you in just a minute. But you are currently probably on your way to the armory, I imagine, to get a certain stuff.
Oric's not interested in that.
No? What are you doing next then?
If the roof is starting to collapse, would the roof be collapsing at that point?
Well, we're kind of having to run everyone in individual timelines to
yeah. Where, like, I guess in my head, like, where is the last place I was? I mean, yeah.
You're actually in the other wing in a room that hasn't been completely knocked over yet. So
Okay.
you are quite far away from them.
Okay. Well,
you're gonna have a
continue.
more interesting. If you stick around for too long, you'll have a more interesting
Problems.
fall. Yeah. So you gotta keep looking. All right. There's 10 doors.
What I wanted to do is that so Saren, are you shouting, like trying to find any of the kids? Just shouting?
Yeah, pretty much.
Prestidigitation, make your voice very, very loud.
Okay.
You're muted, Shelby.
Is that prestidigitation that does that, or thaumaturgy that does that?
I believe as a
Thaumaturgy.
That's thaumaturgy.
Can he not
What?
use both as a
Yeah,
divine
I don't have.
Oh no, he doesn't have it.
Sorry. My own DM brain went flatline.
It's okay.
I apologize. I use prestidigitation all the time. That's why I was asking.
Yeah,
Okay.
but can't he make noise though with prestidigitation?
It's, I think, a
Oh.
short sound, like a 6-second
Yeah.
sound. Like
By
a
the
bell.
way, remember that I have blind sense, and this means I can sense the presence of invisible and hiding. So if I'm running by any of these kids that are hiding in rooms,
They're not
I
in
would
these
know.
rooms, but you go
Okay.
through.
I'm just saying.
You've gone through 5 doors. You go through 6, 7, 8, 9. As you're moving towards the 10th, the roof collapses on that end. Yes, Sean.
I think if I'm not going after the adder staff, I don't think Oric would stay in that wing. I think Oric would be more concerned about Sloane at this time.
Okay.
And I think I would go back.
Okay. I will get to you once we're done here. I'll finish
Sure,
these
sure,
guys'
sure.
scene and then I'll do that. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Okay.
So,
As soon as that roof collapses,
yeah. So
just-
the roof collapses down the end of the corridor, and it's like just coming towards you now. It's time to
going to
run. You won't be
say-
able to find a kid at the end of the corridor. But yes. Ignis?
I'm gonna say, as I grab onto the shoulder, Saren, I'm so sorry, and I literally grab her to the best of my ability this time, and start dashing the other direction with flight. So up to you on whether or not you want to fight this.
Well, I can't go forward because it's collapsing, but she, like, would be screaming, and if there's any last perception checks that I can get, if there's, like,
Yep.
a spotting on the way, because, again, I don't know if we went the right way or not, because I couldn't hear anything. So
we're gonna do a bit of a skill challenge to see if you guys survive this. So
Oh god.
you flare your wings out. Do you just grab her like underarm and just like fly, or do you sling her back onto your back?
I just straight below the abdomen and just kick off as hard as I can and just start flying backwards.
I imagine you are praying super hard right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. You are zooming down this corridor. Can I get you to make a dexterity save as a bunch of rubble collapses to your left? You have to like barrel roll to the right to get away from it.
do we both roll, or?
That's going to be a
No.
18.
You might have to roll not to throw up, but that's about it. But I imagine you're screaming and crying and flailing about what's happening right now. You zip to the side. 18 is good enough to fold your wings in, duck. You keep going. Some of the doors have been left open, and they are, as the roof collapses and it buckles, just shards of wood are flying through the air. If you want to, you can pick any skill you think would help you in this, and make a check to take less damage or avoid the shards of flying wood. You can just tank it if you want. It's up to you.
I am going to.
Gotta start my little eggy timer as you make decisions.
Okay, so I'm going to say.
I'm just gonna be a
try and
living
make an
blender on
insight.
his back by using my swords.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an insight to see if I can try and determine the best possible outcome of any of the trajectory here.
Okay.
See what might avoid. Mm,
22 ain't bad. All right. So, you're kind of sitting there thinking, as like, time just seems to slow down for you to see these like shards coming in from the side. You're about to just go flying through. You either have to pick a path high or low and hope for the best, or fold your wings around you and Saren, and hope that these otherworldly wings will absorb a bit of the damage, but then you might not be able to keep flying if these shards just tear them to shreds.
well, they don't dissipate until I die,
Mm-hmm.
or until I tell them to go away.
They're gonna make your decision on high, low, or through the middle with wings folded, and we'll like around you both to keep you safe, and I'll let you know which of these, what happens at the end of that.
All right. For the sake of the effect, we're gonna go high. We're gonna go high.
Okay, you fly up and over. Saren, make a dexterity save to swat some of these shards out below you with your sword.
21.
Jesus. Okay, so that's right, you're a rogue.
Rogues, man. Rogues, man.
So you sit there, and in your anger at what's going on, the fact that you've come here of what Felix has told you, you want to do the right thing, you're just trying to save some kids, you sort of just like with this scream swing your sword out, because I was like, oh, if she gets higher than 20, and lightning from the storm warden just arcs out and just completely obliterates a good chunk of the shards. You take one large one through the leg, but that's about it. So your movement will be halved for the next minute or two, or until you get a bit of healing as you remove that.
Does my rogue thing like work with this though? Because if I succeed on a dex save against damage, then I don't get anything.
Evasion.
I know what it is, Sean. I just forgot.
I said evasion.
Yeah.
Trust me.
It's also uncanny dodge.
Yeah, I
Rogues
played
are
with a
broken and
rogue
they're
for
hard to
2
hit.
years.
Yes, I think you would have sort of, you know what? I'll flavor this a bit differently. As his like time has slowed down, he's seen this. He hasn't quite seen the effect. He knew he was going to take a few hits, but as he sort of just destroyed this, you get this little like flash of insight, Ignis, as your goddesses talk to you. You just like buck slightly to the side and swing her legs up as the shard that was going to go straight through just underneath. Chose it to be your evasion, not the rogues. So you duck down again in this clear path, going. Molten stone is starting to drip from the roof, and one of the walls is glowing red hot, and you can see like it's bubbling. It's about to collapse. What would you like to do? I believe can you cast spells while having your wings out? It's not a concentration thing, is it?
Yeah, it's not a concentration, so I can activate it as a bonus action, and it just stays there. I could keep
It's like the
bringing it
mega
back.
ability
Yeah.
for sorcerers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
What would you like to do
So-
with this molten stone?
I'm going to turn my back to it, and
Okay.
with Saren in front of me, I'm going to turn my back to it. Whatever it decides to try and do to me, it can certainly try.
I would like to look over his shoulder and point out my other sword and just do my cold effect with that one to fucking just.
Oh, nice.
pretty hard in
Because
it,
I can
so-
do a cone of like basically cold on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so protecting you from all the damage that you're going to take, because I believe you are resistant or immune to fire.
I am immune to fire.
That's right, I gave you a ring, didn't
Because
I? That was dumb.
fire bring protection and then my
Yeah.
race.
Yeah, so you turn your back to it, and you're just like, this is nice, warm sunny day. And then she just sort of like reverses the sword out and woof, solidifies that wall, stopping it from collapsing. She actually stops the tunnel collapse in this area, but it continues in front of you. So now you have this point where this bit's shored up, and there's a corridor off to your right, which you can go down, which isn't collapsing right now. But you can see the roof ahead of you is completely unstable. It will fall in, and you'll have to keep making these checks. Would you like to keep going to get to the exit, or try this other corridor?
Even if I do see it,
This is also the corridor. You can make a perception check if you wish, both of you.
okay, here's what I'm gonna do. First off, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself mid-flight.
Saren, you hear children's voices down that corridor.
Corridor!
Pulling on the air. Corridor!
Cast
I love that
Cure
Saren
Wounds
just becomes a
se-
mom.
At second level, just to heal myself because we're
Yep.
about to take a goddamn risk. So, 12.
I'm confused. Are kids' voices coming down the right corridor or the
Yep.
corridor ahead?
The right corridor, the one where that's not collapsing, the one they
The one
didn't
that's
just come
safe.
down.
Got
Yep.
you.
Yeah.
If you make a
I-
perception check as well, there, Ignis, you can see if you hear this, or if you're just going to respond to her slapping you, going corridor, 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 corridor.
Okay.
Always trust a roe's ears. So you probably have expertise.
You are concentrating really hard on casting spells and flying, but you do hear her yelling corridor, 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 and pointing and slapping and screaming.
As this happens, I do a hard stop, almost as if like taking the breath out of this individual.
Yeah,
I'm
you'll
all
probably
like-
get a bit of whiplash there.
If there's not a single window in that room, we're fucked. And I turn and I start flying down that corridor as quickly as possible.
I'll make a window.
Okay, you fly down there. You're passing rooms. You're picking up speed, going faster and faster and faster, and just the doors. As you go past, you see a door that's just slightly open, and you can hear kids screaming and crying, and the sound of knives entering flesh. The snarling of something, most likely zombies, on the other side. And as you burst through the door, just splintering it, throwing it off its hinges, you see a bunch of kids have taken knives and stuff from the kitchen, and they are standing inside what's like the really big, thick, reinforced like cold room they used to have back in the day in castles that kind of goes a little bit underground. And they just stand there just stabbing at zombies, and this whole room is filled with them coming in from the windows. You can fly above the heads straight into the room with the kids if you wish.
Okay, I am going to single hand let down Saren.
He's-
And
Hey,
here's
Saren.
what I
Are you flying? Are you just dropping her in the middle of the room with the zombies because she can handle herself, or are you throwing her into the room with the kids?
I'm going into the room and I'm letting her get around the kids. In the meantime, I'm going to bonus action start trading some spells for sorcery points.
Okay, so Saren, you're trying to. I imagine you're trying to get down as you see the kids and stuff, like you're like wiggling free as he starts to let you down.
Yeah.
He flies in and stops. You can use that momentum, just like sort of swing out and land and turn for the kids as just you see there's maybe 50 or 60 of these things in the room. Sean, what are you doing right now? How's Auric?
I have a very specific.
Oh dear. Auric, I guess, are there any windows in the Sigmund's office that I can see the other part of the building I came from?
Yep.
Or
you
is
are
this
at the tippity top of the right wing, and then on the other side is the north wing. And you can stand up by the window and just see something is trying to punch the floor out there. And as you look down, there's another arm just squeezing the building, and you can hear it creaking, and your whole wings, because you're on one side is collapsed, so you're just like in this like big tall part of the structure that's slowly
That's
leaning.
very much, yeah.
You're not gonna keep looking through your book. You're gonna just like get one more chance to get something cool.
Don't tempt me.
I have the DM's manual right here.
This is
can
just
do it.
gonna end up like when the wing, when the Lannister castle collapsed. From
What if we get like something really cool? Stuff of the Magi,
Is it really cool if you're dead? Take up many things.
I have so few magic items. It's so tempting. By that I mean I have one. I never use it. No. Auric is gonna go back. Auric will use the second of 3 dimension doors he has left to go back. And find the others. His plan is he wants to find the others.
Make an Arcana check.
They are 17. This is my 5th time casting.
I need to get my book of Onos. One moment. Actually,
you rolled a 2 and still managed to 17.
I will go get my book of Onos while we take this break. They are very close to either leaving the castle alive or being very dead, depending on their next 2 or 3 small actions. So we'll see you all very soon. Wave bye, guys. We'll be back in just a minute. And welcome back to Roll for Damage. Currently, we are halfway through this episode of The Scales Above, our Rise of Tiamat adjacent campaign. Auric Solaris, our wonderful time boy, has just rolled pretty badly on his Arcana check, because he is in my world currently there's a mishap in magic where if you're not casting the school of magic you choose at study of character creation, you can have issues. He has been trying to turn Dimension Door into a Dunamancy spell by manipulating time and space. He has successfully cast it a number of times, and he's kind of half successfully cast it as well a few times. This one was technically a successful cast, but also got the backlash. So you'll be able to do it much easier from now on, which is good. As you step through the portal and your perceptions rush through to come out the other side, you see something has stepped out. Like you step in and something steps out next to you. You appear in the north wing. A window. You've kind of looked out the window that you're in to a window on the other side in a safe area, and you've been in there. So as you open it, you see the other doors in there, and you step through and step out. As you step out, if you look back over towards Sigmund's room, that other portal is still open. demonic creatures are crawling their way out of it. Something large and horned and tusked, maybe 20 feet tall, stoops and steps out and grabs onto one side of the portal and starts tearing it open wider. As these much smaller creatures are jumping out the window and possessing the dead bodies on the floor and standing them up. The ones that don't find bodies are jumping around, giggling, starting fires, ripping anything they can find to shreds, whether it's zombie or living creature. The zombie abomination stands up and looks towards this demonic incursion. It's currently still entombing Sloane, so we're going to have to figure out what's happening there. So, Sloane, would you like to make a strength saving throw to break out of this?
Hell yeah. Imagine Sloane is like Drax the Destroyer in this when he gets eaten by that monster and he's just cutting his way through.
Yeah.
Alright, what is the roll to get out of this?
It's a strength saving throw. You will get advantage because, you know, it's you.
It's me?
Well, it's Sloane, but yeah.
It's the first roll. Thank God for advantage, because that was bad. It's still not great. And if my last roll didn't work, this roll's not going to work, because that's a 15.
Okay. Let me double check the damage you've just taken. I have too many books on my table. So shiny. Look at it. It's pretty. Alright. Anyways, back to what I was doing.
Oh, God, forget.
So, you are taking 6d6 necrotic damage.
Love it.
Here we go.
Sorry,
15
Oric's
points.
not leaving without Sloane.
Of necrotic damage.
15?
And, yep. And it's you're still sort of just entombed in it. While entombed in it, it's going to raise its hand up and it's going to slam against the ground twice. So you get attacked at advantage. So let's just double check. One roll should hit you anyone. Really? Okay, that roll won't hit.
I'm inside of it. It should be able to hit.
Yeah, I know. The 7 will hit. Okay, so you then take a further 68 plus 10 damage.
68? Oh, 6d8.
Yeah.
I thought you...
68.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic misunderstanding.
23, so 33 points of damage from the first attack.
Okay.
And then let's do this.
What is the next attack?
Yeah, cool. The second one hits, and you're going to take 68 damage again. And then you take another 30 points of damage. As it's just... And you like sort of feel your bones start to creak as it's tightening around you.
Sloane's pissed.
I can imagine. What would Sloane like to do? I'll give her another couple of actions before we go back together because everyone's had quite a long bit.
Yeah, I mean, Sloane is just... I mean, in my head, the only thing I can imagine Sloane doing is trying to just literally cut through and escape.
Okay. I believe you also have... No, you don't have Indomitable yet, do you? To reroll.
No, because Fighter is her... She's main barbarian.
Okay.
Can Sloane see outside of this thing?
No.
Can I try to dig enough to see outside of it?
If you succeed in a strength check.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. What do I have to do? What is Sloane doing?
Strength save
Right now.
to escape.
So I was going to use her echo to try to teleport out of it, but
I figure as much.
is this still with advantage? Yes. 'cause-
Yeah.
19.
19 will do it. So you sort of like flex it, throw off one of the zombies, you get enough room to cut, and you sort of like slice out. You are being lifted into the air at the moment, so you would have to jump about 20 feet down, or you can do...
Can Sloane see into the building?
Yes, since it was your action to do this, you'd have to action surge to be able to do anything else, and this is a bonus action you're attempting to use.
Okay. So.
Also,
no,
if you're trying to use the echo, it'll eat the bonus action, so you can't do the teleporty stuff.
Yeah, and manifest, and even if I did, because it's bonus action, but the teleport is also a bonus action, so.
Yeah.
All right, well then I guess she is going to jump.
Okay. You'll take 2d6 fall down. You know what? It's Sloan. I'm okay saying you're not gonna take any damage. You'll end up being like 1, so fine. You hit the floor and roll. You are okay for the most part. You took a bit of damage, but the dust is beginning to settle. What would you like to do, Sloan?
I mean, I imagine what I imagine Sloan would be doing right now is, after having yeeted Saren in there, not seeing Saren when she got out of this, and not knowing where Auric is, would run back in to try to find the others.
Okay, so you run in. You run into the bottom floor, and you know that you guys weren't on the bottom floor, so she starts going upstairs. At this point, you'd hear the side start to collapse. One moment, sorry. I'm like, I'm gonna sneeze. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Okay. Oh, cool. So, you start hearing the side start to collapse, where you thought you heard this like whoosh of wings, maybe? Like, it was a bit odd.
I mean, I imagine I heard heard him yelling about Saren riding.
You might be able to make a perception check, Sloan, see if you can hear
I'll give
that.
you the full translation of what I was screaming earlier.
She won't know. She barely understands common.
That is 11.
You hear just vague yelling, but you don't know, and then the tunnel like collapses to that side. So you move up the stairs, and you'd probably find, I imagine, Auric, and at this point, Nia. Yeah, you would have been running around. You went
Neo
to head...
chased after Flesh.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, my brain just completely.
Let's say I'm not with Auric yet. I chased after.
Do you chase after Flesh? Do you just continue chasing after her?
Yes, she just told me that Arron was being stitched back together. I told you she was going to make a terrible decision.
Okay, so you, at this point, Sloan would reunite with Auric, and Auric and you would sit there, and everyone else is gone. This is where you kind of thought they would be, and they're gone.
Not the best situation. This is where Auric's like, well, Sloan, it was good to see Nia again.
Okay. So you guys start making your way towards the exit and one of the breaches in the walls to get out of here?
I think Auric would give them the courtesy of, like, if on the way he notices them. But, I mean, Auric did just kind of make a deal with them, but... And he does want to know more about what the fuck is... He doesn't want to lose Nia, I think. Not because he wants to be friends with her again, but because he has questions. Yeah, no, Auric would give at least an attempt to search for them before dimension dooring out with Sloan.
Okay. At this point, the courtyard outside is filling with zombies and demons.
Hell yeah. Do they like each other, or are they fighting too?
They are fighting too. So there is a bit of distraction going on. You chasing after Flesh there, Nia. Flesh stops and says, and her eyes go wide for a second, and you start hearing growling of a different type, deeper and otherworldly, coming from the college.
I turn and I look back at the college.
Tumbling out of the windows are these demonic creatures. Can I get you to make a wisdom save, please?
Uh-oh.
Wisdom.
Yep.
Wisdom.
You are going to be...
So that's a 5.
You are frozen in fear currently. You cannot approach these creatures, but you also, like, they're all like spreading out around, so you're sort of like keeping your eyes, trying to make sure that Nothing
Gonna
weird
ready-
happens.
I'm gonna. Nia, in her fear, just takes a very precise stance with her rapier, and she's ready to start slashing anything that comes near her because she can't move closer to the college now.
You hear from next to you this like cracking noise and tearing, and if you look down, you can see Flesh has held her hands up, and her hands, the bones move out from beneath the skin and form like hooves, and her back, like you hear crack, crack as it like realigns, and she drops down to all fours and just fucking sends it out the college. She is gone. She's like, nope, I don't want to be near demons, and she is leaving very quickly. Maybe 3 or 4 times the speed you can move.
Okay.
Auric,
wait.
when he starts to look for everyone, I do want to just real quickly I want to summon Gladstone and just send him out to look for people also. Maybe after that, try to maximize finding everyone.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah, I'll say that you see this weird girl horse hybrid running as fast as possible out of the college now. You would not really recognize it too much, apart from maybe the fact that it has like a human neck, face, and hair, and then it's just like its body is being contorted to look like a horse, even if it's not one. And then there's just Nia half watching it go, then moving back to demons, and sort of stuck in this, oh god, everything's bad moment.
Which direction from here is the Umberheart Manor?
You'd have to loop back around towards the north side and then head north.
That's what I'm doing then. We all talked about going to the Umberheart Manor. That's where I'm going. So I
Okay.
start heading in that direction.
Gladstone is...
I'll meet the others there.
Gladstone's about 100 feet above Nia right now. What would you like Gladstone to do?
Just stay with Nia. Just keep an eye on her. And just follow her.
Okay. Saren, as
What's up?
currently we have Ignis praying and restoring sorcery points. What are you doing?
I am friggin' one thing. Like, are there any windows in this room?
Yeah, they're just filled with zombies pushing in.
Right. Okay. Then I am going to order the kids to get back, as I'm going to ignite into a star. And
Does that cause
I'm
damage
just
to people around you? How does
that's
that
why I'm telling them to get back.
The
Okay,
10-foot
you are-
AoE.
You are big, you could probably like climb, or you could jump over them, They are young children. You could move out into the middle of this area, as opposed to,
Yeah.
weakening their defense. You can go on the offense because they don't want to turn their backs on these things. They're stabbing, they're sort of shuffling back a little bit, but they're still just like kids.
Yeah, no, I'm going to get in front of them and just going to get as much distance away from the kids and close to this fuck ton of zombies, ignite myself into a star, and then I'm just gonna start fucking just slashing at them, just trying to clear out a window for the kids to try to escape through.
Now, we've been calling them zombies, but remember, these are the infected creatures from before, where their flesh sort of runs and their arms and jaws distend. They are horrible, horrible abominations.
They're
And-
T-virus zombies.
Yeah, and they are currently pushing in through these like broken windows and trying to like tear open the stone walls to make the area bigger, even if they can't feasibly do such a thing. So you jump out, the kids move back a bit, notice the Ashman start screaming and crying some more as you move out and ignite yourself, yes?
Yeah.
Tell me how much damage you do.
So, just by just the radiant consumption.
Yeah, just go with the radiant consumption for now.
Okay, so the radiant consumption, like to anything that is within My area, it does.
Within 10 feet.
do-
of
do-
you,
do. It does 8 radiant damage automatically,
right?
which I will take half of that damage. And because I'm resistant. And then any of my attacks with my swords that land will be doing an extra 15 radiant.
Okay. So, it is a 10-foot radius, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'd say roll a perception check, Sean / Auric, and for Gladstone as well, and see if you notice this flash of light.
For me and Gladstone, 2 separate ones.
Oh, the light goes even farther than just 10 foot, by the way.
That's
It
why
goes,
I'm getting
yeah.
they noticed.
19 from me, and like, do I need to do Gladstone?
I'll say you've noticed, but you can roll for Gladstone if you want.
I'll roll just for Gladstone got a 12.
Okay. So, as you just glow with light, and these abomination bodies like start burning across the front, they're still pushing forward, but they are very, very injured. Auric, you notice, and you point this out to Sloane and everyone else if you wish.
Yes, I do, and me and Sloane, I think, would beeline to this place, to where we saw this.
Okay. It is about 100
You might be
feet
wasting your time.
away. So these guys are going to have to take a round or two of combat. Make some slashes with your Schwarge. Yes.
Nope, never mind. My face. I already used face tap. Never mind.
Okay, so 1, and then bonus action 2.
They definitely
that's-
hit. I don't think you can miss unless you roll it 1. So, yep. Tell
Okay.
me the damage.
A lot. Okay, so let's see here. 15, 16 plus my sneak attack because it was and I definitely so
Just tell me your second damage. Just roll your second damage, please. That was a lot. Yep.
and then I also have my lightning and cold damage that is not put onto there yet, so 10. Okay,
Okay.
so let
Don't
me get
worry.
a cap.
It'll be fine.
Don't
You
worry,
know-
it'll be fine. Let me
you
get a
know,
calculator really quick.
You know when in Blade when he kills a vampire and he's like just like glow for a second, then that's what Seren's doing right now with her radiant rapiers, just stabbing things and
Yeah,
cutting
total
through
of
them.
72.
Because I think one's a saber and one's a rapier, and as she's like slashing and stabbing, these things are just into dust. Ignis, what would you like to do?
How many are left if there's anything in this room?
There is still a bunch weakened, and there's more pushing in every second. You have to clear an actual path. Pretty good to do it.
All right. Bonus action: exchange sorcery points for a 4th level spell slot. And as I'm still kind of floating over the room,
Yep.
I look at this just constant massacre. And to raise the staff, I am sick and tired. And I have had enough. And I am waving it, wall of fire.
Mhm.
And I'm going to create as much room along pretty much. I'm gonna try and kill everything with 60 feet of fire.
I imagine that you make sort of like a path to one window that you guys can get out of, but then like almost like this spiral through the room of fire. So it's just everything dies except for that one path you guys have from your room to the window you can climb out.
Yep.
Okay.
And as I finish doing that, I pick up both the sobbing kids, throw it into the arms of Saren, and we are going out that window.
Okay. There's still a few things alive at the window, so you'll have to fight those on the way out. But I know you're gonna make you roll the damage to the wall of fire. More or less, the room is dead, bar the few fresh things pushing in. Because that's the safe route. They won't be burnt there. So, I guess that means Auric and Sloan are hustling towards the door or the window. You've seen this wall of fire. You can see maybe 30, 40 zombies outside moving through, and also the big abomination now has demons crawling up it and like just raking claws. It's like black fire is ripping across it, and giant chunks just start falling off and scattering, and they like individual of these like twisted plague creatures start standing up and moving towards either other demons or towards the window.
The window in the room that they just jumped out of?
The window of the room that Saren and Ignis are in.
Let's focus on getting out of the room first.
So wait, I'm just curious. Where is Sloan and Auric at this point?
So
Are they approaching the room that they're in?
The courtyard at the moment is shaped
fire.
like an L, right? And the breach that you guys is over here. Down this way is the kitchen window, and you have to head that way to get to them, and then reverse back to get to the breach out of the college.
Well, either which way.
So, before we, sorry, was you finished with your turn where you used your like movement to throw these guys up? You cast Wall of Fire. I don't think there's much else you can do. You had maybe a bonus action.
Actually, no, I can't even toss the kids to this glowing light of
Yeah,
I could turn it off.
awesomeness. Okay.
So,
You turn it
so
off,
before we,
kids, me.
yep.
I might have one more.
Okay,
And
what are you
Bonus-
gonna do with
I-
your bonus action?
no, bonus action already with sorcery points, then spell. Now it's just
Yeah.
movement.
Aaron, I think what Noah's trying to tell you is that you've used your turn. You have to wait till your next turn.
Okay.
I
So,
would have thought we would have had
so
movement.
Auric, what are you doing from outside?
So I'm sorry, I'm just having a little bit of trouble seeing it. So we're outside looking there on like a third floor. You
No,
said,
they're on the
or-
bottom floor right now. They actually
They're in
went
the
down because they had to go to the bottom floor to get to
Okay.
where the kids' dorms were.
And am I looking at I'm looking at a window and seeing where they are, not
Yeah,
Not
because you are on the
outside.
floor outside, looking
Okay, cool,
straight in, heading towards them. You moved your last turn, you would have been running this way, and then this turn you've run this way some more, so you're probably 30, 60, 40 feet away at the moment.
Okay. And outside of the windows I'm looking at is just a courtyard, right? Filling with some
Yeah, there's like
Flesh
between
monsters.
between you and the window, there's maybe 30, and just more of falling from this creature that's like. standing
and
above.
these seem to be blocking what would be their path.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
definitely.
what I needed to hear. I would like shoot a big old gravity fissure through the wall and down 100 feet through all these zombies to clear a path.
So you just want to go pretty much from where you are, a straight line 100 feet, straight from where you are, through the window, through the room, out the other side. Make sure no zombies around that can cause problems.
Yeah, I'm
That's
essentially just trying
exactly
to split the Red Sea in this moment.
Okay.
To then blow a hole through this wall so me and Sloan can rush over and meet them after we've essentially this gravity fissure rips all these zombies apart.
Yeah.
It's
I
100
love
foot
our-
long, 5
I
feet
love
wide. Each creature in that line must make a con save. They take 8d8 force damage or half. Each creature within 10 feet of the line, so it's really like the effect is a 30-foot line or 25-foot line.
Your DC is 18, yeah?
Yeah.
And these guys have -1, so they're going to have to roll fairly high.
You know, Dunamancy's fucking scary. Dunamancy and gravity magic, that shit's scary.
They
Yeah,
did.
and Auric,
You know what?
Auric
Don't worry
essentially
about it.
takes
They're
out
dead.
this.
They rolled a 1.
All right.
Just gravity. So describe what this looks like.
Yeah, that's what I was about to do. Okay, so So Auric holds his hand out, and from his component pouch, because the material component is a fistful of iron fillings, just sort of a bunch of iron fillings come out and start to dance around his hands in sort of what you'd imagine is the shape of an electromagnetic field. And then as he crushes his hand down, or they all kind of come together in his hand, he crushes it down, and it just sort of cracks across this 100-foot line, this dark energy into the earth, and kind of these pillars of dark energy shooting out, and it just sort of sucks them all together into a big old sloppy mess.
I'm going to add one thing to this that you don't notice because it's happening to you. Sloane doesn't notice really because she's looking towards them, but Saren and Ignis she'll notice it. As you're looking out and seeing him cast the spell, and he's doing this component, his eye begins to twitch. The golden iris is like moving up and down rapidly, and it goes completely black. And then it seems to grow across his face. It's like stretches his eye socket out across his head until there's just this yawning void where his like face would be just circled by flesh. And as he's done this crush, instead of the energy just shooting out from it, he hasn't noticed this because again, happening to him, but it actually comes from his like open expanse of nothing from his face, rushing across the ground, and these tendrils start ripping out and trying to pull its way into reality using him as a anchor. And then woof. How long does the spell last? It's just one moment?
Yeah, it's just an instantaneous firing of the gravity fissure.
Make a mental save of your choice. You get to do one of these. Every time something like this happens, you get to choose a mental stat, but once it's used, permanently gone. You can't use that stat again for this type of save.
So I have, in total, like
You get three chances for this to not fuck you up.
All right, I'm gonna burn my wisdom one for this round.
Okay. I don't think. Do you have any hero points left? Okay.
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
You roll
but that's bad.
8. Do you have anything that's going to let you re-roll this, or are you just going to accept the consequences?
I can use Converge in the future to auto-succeed on it, but I'll take a point of exhaustion.
If you want to do that. You've just killed all the zombies. They are free to leave.
Up to you. I will do that because it seems to fit this somewhat to be that exhausted after this, and also I'll make Sloane carry me.
Right, so as you sort of sit there and you look towards Sloane, and she looks back at you, and just the quick moment of like horror written on her face, you realize something's gone wrong, and very Doctor Strange, you sort of hold up a hand and just check the futures for a second, and wind it back, and it shuts, and it goes back to your eye.
And I'll essentially collapse into Sloane's arms at that.
Panting very heavily, but there's just this reverberating deep laughter from within you as you can feel all the things that just died, because we keep calling them zombies because it's an easy description for them. They weren't actually dead, they were infected, their souls were still in their body, they were just suffering, and you've just sent hundreds of them to your master.
I don't like that.
The way is clear, Saren, Ignis, and any children.
Okay. I just
grab them.
Yeah, I the lights are off, I'm just freaking gathering the children to me, holding on, picking up even the smallest one, and I just look back at or just all right, faces back.
I
We're
imagine
going
at
to
this point
Dumbledore
Sloane
House.
has picked Auric up and is running to meet you all.
Yeah. To the Umbahard house now.
And I do my best as I literally grab them all, and more specifically, I'm picking up Saren, who's picking up many kids, and I am just
You're gonna have to make a
taking
strength
a
check there, buddy.
massive leap. Yep.
Because there's
While
actually
he
a,
makes
a fair amount of kids.
Wait.
There's like 8 kids. From
Are you
memory.
on the
Oh,
ground
shit.
floor? Are you on?
yeah,
the
they're on the ground floor. They're on the ground floor.
Why are
So
you
she has to
leaping?
do this.
I thought we were still up on.
No, yeah, that's
No,
that's
no,
for
no,
you're
sure.
on the
So
ground
you're
floor
on
now.
floor.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
All right.
And you don't have to carry me. Like I got my rogue speed, so I can
Okay, so
like
you're,
kick
can
up the
run.
smallest kids and run.
yeah, we're just you keep them in a line, and I am gonna just pop out, and I'm just gonna start throwing fireballs.
Oh god,
Yeah.
I imagine these kids just saw a bunch of their former like neighbors just like ripped to shreds, a lot like how Jean Grey in that X-Men movie just rips people to shreds.
Yeah,
Oh, there's gonna be scarred kids.
yeah. These kids are very traumatized at this point.
Congratulations, you've made an army of tiny Mias.
One of the ones that you're picking up, Kelsey, is crying and starts. Sorry, Saren, and starts tugging at you. And it was one of the ones on the front line fighting, and you can see that it's got this dark black mark across its arm.
Got it.
Brave kid, but unfortunate. It's only been there for maybe a minute at most. It hasn't been very long.
I will yell out to Ignis and ask, "What's the timeline for greater restoration?"
Tomorrow,
Fuck.
a whole 8 hours. Well, here's the thing. How many do I got? Let's see.
Okay, I don't have the radiance anymore. I'm okay.
It's the kind of thing that dispel magic could also work on.
I don't have dispel magic.
Oh, I do. That's what I'm just asking. I mean, I'm not with you
Okay.
yet. We haven't joined you, but
Greater
I
restoration
am-
has been the thing that's been solving this problem because it's a disease. It's not just magic. It's a magical disease.
You guys all
I'm going
wake up
to
together
take-
and
I'm gonna-
running,
I'm
and
gonna
she's
do a
like,
thing.
Yep.
I don't know how well it's gonna go, but is it a little girl or a little boy?
It is a little girl.
Okay. Saren is just going to hold on to her tight as like she's running, and she's just going to say, it's just like, I need you to be a big girl for me. You're a big, strong girl. It's gonna be okay. And with the lightning rapier, because the lightning rapier is the closest that I can get to causing cauterized wounds, I'm gonna cut it off and have the lightning cauterize the thing, and I'm going to hope that that will help her.
Did Felix ever tell you where this weapon came from? What this weapon is?
I know that Felix told me all of his adventures, and I would be very surprised if he didn't tell me where it came from.
I'll tell you what, make a history check and see if you can recall it.
Okay. I have history. I can't see. Okay, so that's incorrect. It can't be a 13 because I have natural talent. I am proficient. It's an 18.
Okay, so 18's fine. Good God, you can't fail anything. Fucking rogues. Anyways, you recall that this weapon was once the weapon used by a deity before it was a deity. Cyrene Stormwater is the god of the wind, air, storms, and lightning. And when she was immortal, this was her blade. So she, from what you have read and what you know, she was a compassionate person, very hardline, would do what it takes, would, you know, if she didn't want to hurt people, but if it would get the job done and stop evil, she would sacrifice people. She would do whatever it took. So, if you want to say anything, knowing all that, knowing this is a goddess's blade, I don't know how religious you are, but if there's ever a time to be, it might be right now.
Yeah. She believes in the gods and everything, so like basically just with this, it's just gonna be like mentally in her head, it's just like, I'm feeling a lot of connection with you right now and trying to make a difficult decision. Because I don't want to do this, but this might be the one thing that can actually save this girl's life.
Once again, I have a slight idea.
You will have to wait till she's on a bit, unfortunately.
And she's just like, Sarene, guide my hand. And she will go to lightning, cauterize, and get that infection off.
Make a wisdom check. See if you saying this and calling out gets a response from her.
Oh, wisdom. Oh, wisdom. Okay. Oh, that's not what I clicked. I clicked this.
Wisdom save more specific because you do have a good proficiency in it.
Wait, did you say wisdom save or wisdom?
I'll make it save because you have.
Oh, okay.
Wisdom stuffs.
Do we want to use the roll that I just did, or do we want to re-roll it?
It's the roll you just did.
Huh?
What was the roll you just did?
The roll that I just did is a 14, so if we went with my wisdom save, it would be a 20.
Yeah, I'm happy to take that.
Okay.
I'm sure you are as well. So.
This is a nice number.
Dirty 20. Okay. So, as you sort of sit there and draw the blade, there's this crackle of thunder and a lightning strike sort of just cuts through the sky, hitting the blade, and you move faster than you ever have before with this just, and you've slashed out. The energy along the weapon makes it cut perfectly cleanly and just cauterizes the wound as you requested. And you feel yourself very energized right now.
Oh.
The arm is cut. The kid felt some pain. Arm's still missing, but cauterized. Not gonna bleed out. Not dead.
No more black.
No more black.
Okay, I just hold him really tight and I just run.
As you run, I said you had the energized feeling?
Yeah.
You all watch as Saren, along with this kid, just becomes a lightning bolt and just skips across the ground towards the entrance and materializes at the breach, kid in arms. Probably very just hair, but still.
Yeah. Good thing I have it in a ponytail.
Ignis watching all of this is like, oh wow, that's hot.
Yep. I'll have to give you an upgrade to your weapon soon. But yes, you have used one of Felix's powers for the first time, really.
That sounds like something might be awakening.
Okay. The rest of you seeing
More
this,
than one,
running with
really.
some children, you can now take any actions or plans you wanted to do.
So I want to, when Sloan and Auric join up with them as we're running, and get to Saren, if we're heading towards the Umberheart Manor, and this might not happen now, this might be a held action, but as soon as we're like in a street that's heading towards it, that's away from here, Auric would like, as soon as there's like a some kind of gap that can be secured, Auric wants to wall of force that gap.
Yep. Okay. That's not too bad. There's a lot of fighting going on between demons and flesh abominations, so you probably won't be followed too much if you're worried about that. At the moment, there's lots of other things concerning, and they're like killing each other. Although it's gonna start being a sort of like a battle that spills out to every street, demolishing buildings as hundreds of demons and hundreds of these, well, thousands of these former residents.
Okay, then I probably take that back because everything's probably just going to tear itself apart. I'm actually instead going to. Oh wait, I don't know that spell anymore.
Sorry. What about you then, Ignis? What are you doing?
I'll let everyone else go.
I'm gonna drop that wall of fire, and I am going to cast protection from good and evil from evil and good on myself.
That is a good choice.
At first level.
You're a little bit quiet there. Can you just speak a touch louder, or?
Oh, sorry. I'm
there we go.
Facing away. Protection from evil and good. So any any of those creatures, elementals, celestials, aberrations, fey fiends, and undead have disadvantage on attack rolls against me, and I can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Okay.
So pretty much, I am going to start flying directly towards the Umberheart manor, just trying to stay as close behind with Saren and the rest of the kids. Trying to,
All right, no worries. You
keep
catch a bit of
bird's eye view.
Catch a bit of a tailwind here. It's like the weather is being turned to help you. There's a bit of a downpour. The fire starts getting put out. There's heavy winds, which seem to obscure the sides to you, but is clear ahead. You can add 30 feet to your flight speed there, Ignis, because again, you're just getting like forced in the direction you want to go. It's like the wind changes with you.
I'm running at the speed of Nathaniel right now. Jesus.
Not even fucking kidding. Jesus.
Yeah.
And there seems to be, in the sky back above the former college, there's thunder and lightning, and it's just like, usually these strikes would be happening, once every minute or so in a very high intensity storm, but you can hear the constant banging and booming of thunder, and the lightning strikes aren't coming down. There's like across the sky, maybe every 3 to 6 seconds. So it's like, while the clouds that are pouring in have darkened everything, it still seems like it's just a strobing light of almost like daylight every few seconds. You are covered to the Umberheart house, is what I'm saying at length. You can get there without any problem. Right. You get there, this derelict house. You go through the front gates. You see.
Nia would have gotten there first.
Yeah, because I've been running there for a while. What was happening when I was running through the city? Was I seeing all this crazy shit too? Or?
Yeah, of course. But you would have been alone ahead, being like, okay, what the is going on? You have no idea about why it's happening. You're just running towards the Umberheart house.
Yeah. It was just the immediate skip to they get to the Underheart. What the fuck happened with me?
Yeah, well, because the battle behind you is catching everything's attention, you're effectively running through empty streets. This was the area that had been cleared. This was the area that didn't have any infected in it, the part you're going through right now for the most part. So you are just charging through this area, and you get there, but everything kind of happened at different times, so you're not that far in front, especially since you weren't part of the pack. You're not getting all the boons and benefits of a deity being like You did good, kid.
Just communicate that to me so I know. You know, I need to know.
I am. I was gonna. You only got there like a few seconds ahead, and that's why I was like, they got there. So you all arrive at the thing more or less simultaneously. You guys catch up to Nia pretty quick in all of this.
Yeah, because Nia's not stopping for them. Was what I was trying to get at. I'm going towards the armory where I know my shit is. Where my magic sword is, my armor. I need that before we leave.
So you watch maybe 30 feet ahead of you as she just kicks in the gate, ignores everything around, just goes straight for the front door running in. The rest of you get there, and you can see the old charred bones of the Ashman's first work. There's a lot of mess here. There's no creatures. The rain across the top of the Umberheart house is more of a soft drizzle. As you move in, there's no lights. Broken windows, the wind is making sort of the stereotypical spooky haunted house whooshing noises. What would you all like to do? Nia's looking for the armory, but what are the rest of you doing?
I know where it is, don't I? I've been there. So.
Continuing on, what are the rest of you trying to do?
Going to cast light. It's like the only thing that I know as more. Like for the kids mainly, so that it's not, just to help a little bit, and then just look at everyone, just like, we need to get into the basement. There's a weapon there, so we need to move.
I get you to make history check the people that actually heard about this weapon.
I don't think I've ever heard of it, so.
Was anyone who was in the room with Sigmund before I sent him to eternal damnation?
So it was
He told us that.
You, Nia, and Saren, I believe. No, Saren was there, wasn't she yet? And then she went after Flesh.
And freaking ran. Like as soon as I got my turn again.
Okay, so rolls from you. Why can't I see the rolls anymore? 19, yes? Mm-hmm. Okay.
23.
Okay, so what you remember isn't that it was in the basement, it was in a prison under the prison.
Oh, I thought that was the basement. My bad.
A sub-prison. So, for those of you who have been to the prison before, you know the way to at least that area. As you move down through this area.
Yeah, I imagine Sloan is just following you, Saren, with Auric in hand. He's too exhausted to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, Auric wants to go to find Robert Umberhart's unconscious body, comatose body.
Dead.
But
he's very dead now.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, he's.
Well, he might have
absolutely
some books.
You find the armory. The door is being broken open. A lot of the normal weapons and stuff have been taken, but there is a heavy sort of vault door at the back, which has evidence and magical items inside. How would you like to try to get in?
You said it's like a heavy metal door?
Mm-hmm.
Break
Like
it.
lead.
Break it with what? I'm not strong.
No, I
and
can
I have-
break it.
You're not with
Beverage,
me.
In the words of Jack Sparrow.
Well,
You're not with me.
I'm with Auric and Saren, so I assumed. Sorry.
No. I ran away from you guys.
Yeah,
I completely ignored you guys. My shit is in here. Is there anything? Yeah, if there's anything I can use to jam in, like, wait, are the hinges exposed on this door?
Yes, it would open outwards.
Are they? Okay. Would I be able to? Is there like? I have a knife. Could I like use a knife to wedge the pins loose, and force the door open that way? get something down in between the pins and the
Make a strength check.
strength.
Well, you're going to get it in there, but it's still lots of metal. You have to pry it and move it. It's going to be sucked.
Yeah, I know. I'm just not good at strength. Come on.
Man,
Oh, if only you had made up
shows
with,
up. Hey, let me.
If only you had become made up with Sloan.
Yeah, no, if only Sloan didn't kill my entire family and my boyfriend.
Oh, good. Your boyfriend's getting stitched back together.
Yeah, no, that was a 6. I did not make it.
Okay.
Random man in a cowboy hat walks up with lockpicking tools. Don't worry, I can do this.
Yeah, some
So,
other time.
You sit there and you start prying, and it's not quite getting it, and your knife snaps.
Pop. Okay, hold on, I'm sorry. Why am I not Auric and have face staff?
I would like you to make a perception check
Sure.
and then an investigation check, please.
Sure, investigation's gonna go a lot better for me.
Shelby, Nia, you would notice behind you is Gladstone, because he's
Did
been
say
following you
follow.
this whole time.
Okay.
Well, I'll make this perception and the investigation real quick, because I was told to. Perception's a 12. And investigation is a 17.
That's not too bad.
And I look back at Gladstone, and I look at the door. Please tell me Auric's looking through you right now.
I'd be within 100 feet of him by this point, I think.
Yep, that's all you get. You get the head tilt.
Would Gladstone alert me?
Yep.
Okay. I would tell Sloan to head there.
Okay. She doesn't know where there is, I guess, so... You
I know exactly where Gladstone is, and I can tell her.
Yeah.
Go
Okay,
to
see...
him.
Do
Gladstone
you
can tell me where to
know
go.
The mansion. Oh, you would. You've stayed here before, right?
Gladstone, I barely stayed here, but Gladstone can tell me. He can say left, right,
From the
left,
entrance, yes, but not from where you
Yeah.
are. So it's like you know. So you know, guys there. That's fine. She's going to be taking about a minute. So in the meantime, because Nia has no idea what's going on right now, your investigation check, not too bad. Perception check. So you're sitting there and you're looking around for like something, and you move like a carpet on the floor, and as you take a step, you feel one of the stones underneath your foot shift a little bit, and as you sort of like press on it a couple times, there's like a dull wooden thud under the stone.
Can I shift my entire weight onto the stone? Is it like a button, or is it like just there's loose wood under it? Is it like this just a loose cobble, or is it sinking into the floor when I step on it?
It's like it sinks in and slides a little bit.
I'd
mean,
like
you
to
just
try.
hop up and
Can I
down
try
on it,
and?
but
Yeah,
you
no.
don't
Can I try and wedge it out of the floor?
Yeah, so you get down on your hands and knees, and you sit there, and you realize you can slide it enough to then get it out the floor. You actually notice that as you're doing that, the stone next to it is actually hollow. You could have slid the entire stone to the side, but either way, where you are right now, there's like a handle in the floor. You can pull it up, and it's almost like it's this long wooden box comes out, and it's got like a skull and crossbones and danger on the side, and then it's almost like a safety symbol. You turn, it's like a flame sort of thing. As you open the box, there's this fine granuled black powder. There's a very small vial in there as well, like a crystal vial. So there's like this long tube of black powder inside the box, this glass tube, and on top there's a very small thing with delicate handwriting that says alchemist fire.
Cool. Keeping that. Yeah, no, I'll stash that. I don't have a bag. I'll put it in my non-existent inventory. It's fine.
Yep.
I have a thing of alchemist fire now. I hope I don't fall down at any point.
Okay. I guess if you do nothing with that, Sloan arrives. What do you want to do, Sloan?
In Oric in the arms.
Well, I just know that you're here, Nia, and Gladstone just told me that you were looking. What do you say when we arrive?
Seeing you both go in, you can probably see her while she's holding this glass of powder, this glass vial of powder. And as she stands up really quickly. All of my equipment is stored here. I have a magic sword. I have my armor. I can be helpful. Please, I can't get in though.
Oric, so, I mean, imagine Sloan puts Oric down, and Sloan, I imagine, would be a little looking away from Nia. Oric would kind of step slowly towards her. No tricks.
No tricks. No tricks. And like you see, like there is genuine desperation on Nia's face. She is not lying.
A gesture of good faith. It's the only one you're going to get. And I'll look to Sloan and kind of nod to her to have her try to open this door.
All right, she's no longer raging, but she can still strength check, try to bang it open.
Sure.
Be careful, there's a knife in the hinges.
What did you get there, Sloan?
Sorry. Not good.
Okay.
Like
Sloan sort of bangs the door, and the weapon slides across, and you actually see she deforms the metal, digging into the stone, making it so it's now harder to open. That was a really bad fail.
There has to be a way inside. I cannot leave without that. That is the only thing that's kept me alive this long.
Okay.
Oric, I don't have any magic left. This is my only defense now.
I'm going to switch to two in a second.
Yeah, go ahead, well, because I need to look at it in my spell
Okay.
list.
So, as Saren, Ignis, and many children in their new family that they're starting apparently, move down to the prison, and you see that at the end, you sort of like go down and you pass where Nia was once kept, and you can still see like, her blood staining the floor. You can see in different areas, you're passing the bodies of people that were, slain in her great escape. Not necessarily by her, but they were killed at that point. And at the end of the corridor where Nia was once locked up, is this great dark steel door in a wall of thick stone. You had to kind of go down and then down a set of stairs to find this thing. You would have seen it just in the corridor normally.
How big is the lock?
Well, the door is 20 feet tall and 10 feet wide. The door seems to be made for something that's greater than human proportions. There's no lock on this side. There's just the handle. But trying it, it is locked. Let's find a way in.
What else do I have left over?
Can I lockpick? There are more
can.
ways to do lockpick besides
can
having a
try.
lock.
Yep, you can try to do that if
Yeah.
you wish. As long as we keep
Hey.
talking like that.
Okay. Yeah. How do I?
Just remember that technically Sloan, because she is a bear totem, has advantage on string checks to push, pull, lift, or break things.
We'll get to that in a sec.
Cool, just letting you know.
How do I roll for these tools on D&D Beyond?
It's a dexterity check
usually
plus your proficiency. It's a
sleight
sleight
of
of hand check plus your proficiency.
So just do a sleight of hand check. Do you have
Okay.
expertise in thieves tool? No one
do
ever has
believe if-
expertise in thieves' tools.
Yeah, no.
I-
So we'll just -5 from this.
Mhm.
Because I have expertise in sleight of hand.
Yep, cool. Show me what you got.
So 21.
21. Okay, so you sit there, and no one. There's a reason there's no lock on the outside. There's a reason why it's set this way. No one's ever trying to really break into this place. It's just very hard to break down this door if you need to. So you sit there and you take your thieves' tools and you more or less use the tools you have along with your knives to, as Nia tried to do, but with less skill, you more or less dismantle the hinges on one side of this door until it's now just sort of sitting freely in the frame. But you can't push it open. You'd have to pull it, and it will like take up a large part of the room you're standing in if it falls back.
Hey, Ignis, do you lift?
Ignis just walks down
Unfortunately,
the
not my
corridor.
expertise. As you
Not
can
my-
have possibly tell as I show my non-existent muscles.
Hmm.
But you seem like the person that would do that. Look at you.
Well, worth a
Got all the
try.
makings of a badass.
Thank you. I know. So,
How quickly I became friends.
I guess she's just gonna try to like, just friggin' like, let's see, what do I have on me? Let me double check. My
you should, as an
inventory.
adventurer, have rope. Every adventurer's pack ever has
Crowbar.
rope.
I have a crowbar. That's what I was checking if I had. Crowbar.
Okay.
So that I could freaking pull this door.
Okay, so you sit there and you jam the crowbar in, and you start pushing into it. Can I get a strength check, please?
Can I help?
You
Can
can.
can I assist?
Okay,
You
cool.
have advantage. You have advantage.
Yay.
As like
So as
you're
you're sort of
pushing,
sitting there
I'm just
pushing
kind
on
of
it,
also
he just
really
leans up
pushing.
on your back, and all the kids are just standing at the top of the like set of stairs, looking down, like,
Oh,
"What are you
yeah.
doing?"
Trying to open a door.
We're trying to break into a prison.
20!
Okay. So you sit there and you push it, and it just creaks a little bit, and you're quivering, and you're there. And at this point, Sarah, you put like one leg on the wall and start pushing, and then you put both legs on the wall, like heaving into it, like really get it, and then it starts creaking, and you realize you're both in the path of a like 6-ton falling piece of metal. You might want to get out of the way. Deck saves.
Okay. All right. Let's go now. And I just grab Ignis's hand and I just like freaking rogue dash.
Okay, you can have. I'll give you guys.
It's like, oh,
No, yeah,
hand
just a deck
holding.
save.
How
Just a deck
lewd.
save.
Just deck save. Okay.
Oh shit. I rolled the wrong. I meant to hit the deck save, but
Well, is that an 11? Just flat?
let's see.
You're on a 9. What's your save at? Is it the same?
Dex is +3. Technically, my Dex is +2. So for my save, so 12.
Okay, so you make it clear, and you watch as this door is falling, and it sort of just claps onto Ignis's back. I'll say that because she was helping you, you're not crushed. You're more just like knocked sprawling into the stairs, and you're probably a bit like stunned and concussed. So you're probably like now leaning on Saren as you move. It's almost as if you I can't remember the term now because my brain's fried.
Capitan.
You can only take an action or move. You can't take both because you're a bit like shaken up. As
I'm
if
so
you hadn't
sorry.
been thinking about
I'm
this
usually a much more proper gentleman than this, and I immediately try to roll over.
Yeah.
Don't you? You're fine.
So you guys have the door open, and as you look in, it's very dark. There's this large open cavern under the castle that glistens with small glowing things that have evolved in the dark. There's these glistening pillars of rock that run with icy cold water. In the distance, you can hear this muttering and the creaking of chains swinging. Would you like to enter?
Want to do light or should I?
I left my light with the kids. You do it.
All right, and I take my staff of the Ash Lord and I cast light on the head just to point it down to see what's in there.
Okay. Sloan, what you doing?
I would like to roll my advantage, and I'd like to argue maybe for athletics instead of a strength check. Because D&D Beyond says that's what it would be with the advantage. But
okay.
I'll take it a strength. I'll take a straight strength if that's what.
Take a strength check for now. We'll see what happens first. Let's go with that.
Still not great with a 12.
With a 12.
That's why I hate straight rolls.
So you sit there and you bang on the wall and you bang on the door and it's just not opening. Is there any other plan you have that you could use here?
Can I look at Auric? Arron's journal is in there. If you can help me get it, you can look through it all you want. You want to go after the cult, right?
Yes.
I can't leave without it. It's the only thing of him I have left, Auric. It's the last piece of my family I have.
I will burn another point of exhaustion for Nia. For Sloan to succeed in breaking this open.
Okay.
And you would see Auric, like, you could see, like, that he starts to twist his hand and do the motions. You can see coming out of the eye is these sort of sparks of time moving about as he would essentially, you'd see Sloan, like, almost like her form reverting, and she's lifting it again, and
yeah, you see sort of like not just that she reverts a bit, and then as you watch, you only see this. Every possible future of Sloan swinging this axe all overlaid, and you kind of pick the one that you need. And as she swings, she seems to barely touch the door, but just like hits the perfect weak point, the shatter point of the door, and it just, the metal cracks, and this whole big chunk of it just falls free.
you see Auric just falls down to his knees and his hands.
Nia goes down with you, and she just hugs you.
Okay. All your items are there.
I run in and I get them. I collect them as fast as I can, throw them in a bag. I want to help pick Auric up and start fucking booking it.
And
There's
as
also-
she's carrying Auric, oh, go ahead.
There's also a hammer, like a war mace in the room. A war hammer, if you will. Sitting on a plinth.
How heavy is it? Is it?
It's sized for a medium humanoid, so you could pick it up.
I'll pick it up. That sounds like it'd be useful. Fuck it. No one else is using the shit in here. I'll pick it up. I'll like hook it onto my belt. Help pick Auric up and run.
Okay.
Yeah, Sloan would take Auric away from her and lift him up and start running, and Auric would just sort of look to her and just say,
Dibs.
We were always there for you, Nia. As he'll kind of slightly slip in and out of consciousness.
The last thing you see on Nia's face is like, what's the fucking word? I'm so sorry, it left my brain. It's not unsure. She looks conflicted. Like, she looks confused and conflicted, and she just like, it's there for a second, and then she just shakes her head and she starts running.
Okay. Sarah, Ikas, you start moving you descend this like slow spiral down, and it gets colder and darker, and the air is moist, dank, and old. And you see chains wrapping around some of these pillars of stone and bolted into it, and hanging from a cage in the middle of the suspended area is this stooped old woman whose visage seems to flicker from humanoid to greens and grey flesh. And as she looks across to you, she has one eye is empty and one eye is bulbous.
Hello, children. You aren't of the Umber Heart. Why are you here?
And she sniffs the air.
Oh, so pure. What do you need?
Question. Is this any of the classifications of aberration, celestials, elemental, fey, fiend, and/or undead?
Would you like to make a history or religion check to see if you recognize what this might be?
Well, we're gonna have to go with religion.
Can I do history?
Sure.
Yay.
It's gonna be a solid 14.
Mm-hmm. I will check its classification right now as well, so that you get told the right thing.
I'll get 18 because for some reason it's not doing my natural talent.
Okay, give me just a moment as I check my bestiary. It is none of the things you just listed.
Why are you
Definitely not.
here?
As I kind of look at Saren and let the wings come out, slightly float over towards the cage. What are you?
My name is Mania. I am a reluctant servant of the Umber Hearts, gifted to them by my mother.
That seems rather unkind. Why so reluctant?
Do you want to be locked in a cage for thousands of years?
I get that, but you look very nice.
Flattery will get you nowhere, boy.
I'm not trying to be flattering. I mean, for 1,000 years, you look great.
No one comes here without needing something.
To be quite honest, I've never really much needed anything. I could definitely. It's nothing.
She looks up towards the roof.
I feel like you might need something yourself more than I need
Well.
anything, or us. What do you professionalize?
Yes, I could get
in?
something from you and we could maybe trade. I would like to.
And she sort of cricks her neck slowly, and it's like wet popping and cracking noises as her like this like long, dank, wet hair, like just very disgusting, so like slides across her leathery skin.
I can feel the power in the air here. Something's inside the walls. Something's made it into the mats. What is happening out there?
Well, it started with a citywide epidemic of people turning into demon, zombie, something relatively unhealthy for the people. And now it's ran rampant all throughout the city, and I have been doing my best to mitigate the efforts. I've set a lot of people on fire in the past month.
Also an attack happening.
Oh yeah, and also there's currently an assault on the magical school not too far from here, which is I imagine to be very bad.
The people in this house are the only things left alive in this city. And they're all. Everything is coming here.
Are you holding them back?
A little.
That's
But
impressive.
if the Umber Hearts are all gone, I have no need to unless you are going to do something for me.
And it kind of piques my interest, but I looked back to Saren.
They're not all dead. There's still one left alive. So you still do have purpose here.
Not in this city, there's not. And if I'm stuck here with those fiends, I have no purpose and no way to be free. So, maybe we can come to an agreement? A deal?
I feel like a act of altruism would be much more beneficial.
I can get you out of here, you and all your friends. But I need payment, and I need a promise.
What kind of payment and what kind of promise? Because those sound like the exact same thing. A little redundant, but I get it.
She sniffs the air again.
Well, the ones still upstairs are tainted. Gods and something else. The girl is corrupt to the core. You have something different about you.
Looking at you, Saren.
But you,
To Ignis.
maybe, we can make a deal. I have been known as the trader. I've come from other realms. I can give you
That's so cool.
gifts, many strange things, items of power, ways to escape your current predicament. But
Actually, I
payment.
might have something for you. Yes. And I reach into my jacket pocket because now and then I'm thinking about it. I might have something for you. And pulls out the golden scale that he got earlier from his little prayer with the goddess of light. And he presents it to her. This is a gift from my god.
that is not the type of payment I need. What? I have very specific rules for how I have to do things.
But I'm
You
interested.
pay.
Tell me.
You pay with your time, years of your life, and you earn credit in my store from my wares.
And she sort of just like waves a hand, and this like table in the center of this big cage appears. And she looks at it like,
Do you want
and she holds up a book bound in human flesh, and with like it's sort of like weeping pus.
This is a book of demonic harbingers. Things that fight the devils in the blood war. Power over them, perhaps? Or
I feel like that might be out of my wheelhouse. try something a little bit more holy?
Not what I
Divine.
specialize in. And then she sort of like unfolds a cape, like, this here can help you fly. Can make you move faster than normal.
I'm a little hard to bargain with, especially when it comes to, you know, my life force.
Well, and she pulls up a small ring.
How about a ring of teleportation?
As I kind of raise up the staff.
Your staff can make you teleport to any place on this plane?
Not exactly, but it's not really within my wheelhouse. I don't like to jump between dimensions. It's a messy business.
This is not a between dimensions. It's a immediate translocation for you and up to 10. Well, I could give it a bit more. 20 creatures? From wherever you are to wherever you wish to be.
That one would get us out of the city,
It would get us out of the city.
as well as with the children.
We'll put that on the table for now.
Well,
That's option one.
If you want it, if this is something you're interested in. For 10 individuals, 5 years of your life. For 20. Well, let's make it 10 years. 10 years of your life. You can have this.
I'm gonna try to persuade. For 10, I'm going to try and persuade. Listen, I've been so tired and dealing with so much, and also on top of that, you know, I think I might be able to help out this a bit more. Do you even want to be here? Because I'd be willing to make a proper trade.
Well,
Say, I get you out, you give me a ring. Yes.
you're already getting a discount because I need a promise from you. I'm forbidden from saying her name, but find and kill my mother and I shall be free from this prison. This ring is worth 40 years of your life, and I'm giving it to you for 10.
And to kill your mom?
Yes.
Well, considering I have been committing familial side for quite some time, it wouldn't be beyond me. Saren, should we kill somebody's mom for a ring?
Sadly, this is what it seems like we have to do to actually get out of here alive and to assure the safety of these others.
Fantastic.
How about
Well,
she moves up to the bars and holds this like withered, like sort of slime encrusted hand out to you to shake.
Do we have a deal then?
so the deal is specifically with me, so it's gonna be my years.
Yes.
My God, I was not
Yeah.
expecting to live. I was not expecting to live long, anyways. So for 5 years of my life, this ring 10 people. Yes.
Yes.
And we get to kill and we get to kill your mom.
How many?
She cocks her head aside.
8 children,
if
5 friends. Not including you, of course. It'll be 4 friends. Who are you leaving
I'll-
behind?
I'll give
many guns can I use?
5 years of my life to cover
You
the
are not
rest?
part of the deal, love. It is completely up to him. He has a unique flavor about it. Brimstone. Fire. I think his life will taste pleasant.
Oh, so you're a spicy eater, I see.
Yes. I have one more offer. upon the completion of killing your mother, I will say this. You will get 5 years now. And then killing your mother, you will get 5 years after that. For 20 people. Consider it a collateral. And should I fail to kill your mother in the time of my life, I will let you claim my soul.
Interesting.
She holds up the ring and then takes a thumb and drags it across half of it.
There are now only 10 charges, but you have a deal.
5 now, 5 later.
And a soul if you fail.
May the goddess of light be the witness to this deal. And I extend my hand.
Okay. She shakes it and you just feel this like pulling sensation from your heart through like the arteries in your arm down. And she seems to get a little bit younger. You seem to get a little bit older. And the ring is, as she lets go of your hand, it's not in her other hand, it's just on your hand. The ring is on your finger. It's already bound to you. You don't have to attune to it. It is now attuned to you.
I cast teleportation now. With that being completed,
You hear the footsteps of the rest of the party descending down towards you.
I wish for you to understand.
Talk a bit louder,
It
please.
must be. I wish for you to understand that I am contemplating how you've had a very difficult time down here. And I want to help you more. And if life is what you need, hopefully this will help you. But just so you know, in time, my altruism will come through. And almost as if to get a slight smile. Thank you.
You should leave now. Demons are
Definitely,
in upper
yeah.
prison.
Oh yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You're awesome, by the way. Thank you so much for this. And I hope you like my flavor. Saren,
Just
we
rolls her
should
eye back and
go.
just turns away. You can now cast teleport. I imagine you do. You sort of hold your hand up, squeeze it down. The ring flares, and in this like percussive implosion and flare of bright blue light, the chamber is empty. You have jumped just a quick, oh, I don't know where to go, just quick jump, and you've just gone straight to the town square of Etrelone, the capital of Etredale, where
Everyone's with me?
looking around, you've got Saren, Auric, 8 kids, and yourself.
Where's Nia?
Nia and Sloan.
Yeah, where's Nia? Where the fuck am I? Where the hell did I come out in all this mess?
All right, and that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Where's Nia?
Okay.
Where's
cool.
Nia? Where's Nia, Nova?
I hope you
Off
enjoyed
to
it.
have another trial with the 5, probably. Jesus Christ! Come on, man.
I don't know. I can tell you this though, if you want just a second of what's going on. Nia and Sloan, you land face down in the grass in a field, looking towards the city of Etrelone. You are outside. The city is ringed by an army.
Oh, so they still
They
left
left.
the old
They're
city.
just not in the city. They're out the city, and there's an army around the city. But we'll continue next week.
So, thank you everyone for joining us. Hope you had a good
Guys.
time. I'll let you guys do your goodbyes. We are well over time, so we're not going to do favorite moments. I will get you to maybe put them up on Twitter or something so people can find it there if they want. So, starting from, let's go with Arron. Tell us who you are, where you're from.
Hi, I'm Arron. I just aged 5 years from 22 to 27. Anyways. Hi, I'm Arron. I'm otherwise known as the RGN. I am a content creator on YouTube. I'm also the Dungeon Master of D6 D&D Live, which currently right now we are in break for what will hopefully be our next campaign. With planned one-shots coming along. I also just recently posted a video talking about how YouTube reviews are lying about microphones. So if you guys are interested, you could always check out all my stuff. There'll probably be something in the chat relatively soon. And also on top of that, I'm a player over on Joe Cat's game, Necro Hunt. I play Enoch Solomon there, along with Shelby over here. And yeah, I look forward to finding out whether or not I can kill old woman's mother. Woo.
Cool. I know that Shelby is literally asleep right now. Don't be fooled by her open eyes. So if Shooby Dooby Doo would like to tell us where she's from and all that sort of stuff, and then she can go sleep.
Explain to me after game.
Yeah, no, because what if I tell you the backstory, we'll absolutely get kicked off of Twitch. Hi, my name is Shelby, or Whistle. I'm from the channel Whistle While You Work. It's a channel where I tell stories from my D&D experience and draw whatever fun fantasy stuff comes to mind. I'm actually working on a really big project for Halloween. It is an entirely one-woman animation sort of storytelling creepy adventure called Into the Farwood. It's explaining an arc I'm currently in one of my games right now. It's got fun hag magic, eldritch, abomination bullshit, you know, just all that creepy shit for Halloween. And I have been playing damn it, Noah, I saw you in the chat. You're not slick, and I'm gonna get you for this. And I've been playing Nia Arron, our corrupt to the core, whatever the fuck she is at this point, as this weird lady in a cage put it. I'm also a player, as Arron mentioned, over on Necro Hunt, where I play our big bad two-sword lady, Asimar Scourge chick, Luna Icewind. And yeah, I've been here, and yeah, I am very tired. I am sorry.
Your hair is awesome, by the way.
Thanks.
See, that can be nice sometimes.
Looks great.
We just redid my side shave.
Yeah, it does look really good. Okay, next up, we will go with Shannon and Shannon. Sean? Yep.
Shannon.
Shannon.
Hello, everybody. I have been Sloan and Oric tonight. Played more of Sloan than I thought I was going to, but yes, you can find me and Shannon over at Paradise Productions, where we make nerdy D&D and other TTRPG content and all sorts of other nerdy things. I am the DM on our flagship show, Advantage in Paradise, which is every Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And we have plans to expand into further programming in the new year. Yeah, I've been at work and it's been a blast. And yes, that's yes.
Alright. And last but certainly not least, we have Kelsey.
That's me. Hi, I'm Kelsey, also Rogue Uzu on Twitter and YouTube, where I draw things. And then I also make YouTube videos where I tell the first time that I ever DM'd a big story. So, called Atlantis. And yeah, that's me.
Alright. Usually I do my own outro and a bunch of other stuff, but as we said, it is late. People are tired. And for me and
It's like past
our good
midnight
old
for all of
producer,
us Americans.
Tech, Josh, it is 12:30 on a Saturday and we've got shit to do. So, I'm going to just quickly say, thanks Hero Forge, thanks Breathe, thanks Sirenscape, thanks Josh, thanks players, thanks audience. I'm Nova. We're gonna raid split the party if they're still alive. Yeah, wave goodbye, guys. We love you very much. Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.